From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz, Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It was discovered earlier this year, by accident too, that when you listen to the podcast at half speed, certain conversations sound like Roz and I are wasted. And we started playing them on the radio because people were like, after we played the first one, going in, listening to certain conversations, hoping to find that moment, screen recording it, and then DMing it to us to play on the radio. And we got another one. Who submitted this one, Maury? Give me the name. I always like to give a name. You don't have it? Okay. This one, whoever you are that submitted this, this was a conversation about who's hairiest between you and I.
Who's hairiest?
Yes.
Oh, right.
This was from, I believe, our DM Deep Dive segment that we do with Deepa. So you're going to hear my voice, Roz's voice, Deepa's voice. You're also going to hear Shem's voice in here as well.
Cool.
Who's hairiest? And then this is our conversation.
Jesus.
At half
Just play
speed,
it, for
okay?
God's sake.
Roz.
Mocha's hairiest.
No way.
Oh, please.
No, you're hairier.
Please.
Definitely the smoothest.
You think you're the smoothest?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Look at the top of his head. I feel like that is significant enough.
No.
Mocha, you're the hairiest.
Way.
Yes, you are.
What do you want to say, Maury?
I'm actually the smoothest, and I won a contest for my smooth butt.
No. But
Wow.
You have chest hair.
Not much.
Yeah, you do though. But you still have some.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did too. We all did.
Okay. Come on, man.
Come on, dude. It's almost not right.
Sound like a bunch of idiots.
People shouldn't do that. Okay. We're professionals.
But they do.
We're professionals.
So if you come across a convo that at normal speed is already ridiculous, and you listen to it at half speed, and it's even more ridiculous where it sounds like we are wasted, feel free to screen grab it or send us like the timestamp on it, and we'll get that to play on the radio.
Chest hair?
Not much.
Not much.
This part here is probably my favorite, though. This one right here.
Please.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Outside of appearing on the Roz and Mocha Show, Damnit Maurie, producer of the show, also does a lot of voice work for some of the commercials that you hear during the Roz and Mocha Show.
Yeah.
And he's done a bunch.
What are you hawking now? Israel bonds is what I heard you selling on this show.
Yep. For the holidays. You'll also hear him in a new commercial for Samsung.
Okay.
And usually when you get booked for doing these sessions to read these lines, the commercial, by the time it gets to the radio, is like 30 seconds long, right?
Yeah.
So your session is like maybe 10 minutes.
Sure.
Sometimes less.
You want to get it right.
Totally.
Yeah.
Damnit Maurie is now pushing like 35 minutes, I think, in reading a couple of sentences.
That's almost unacceptable.
Because because you can never get the words out right.
What does he trip on now?
I'll tell you in a second. Let's just go back and revisit some classics. This is when Damnit Maurie could not say the word brewery
Okay.
A microbrewery, brewery, microbrewery, brewery, microbrewery, brewery, 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 brewery. It's not right.
Wow.
And you can hear like in the
I
background.
know they're yelling
like
at him. Come on, man! I got a family.
Right?
Brewery, brewery, brewery,
in the
brewery,
background
brewery.
yelling.
It's not right.
The time when Damnit Maurie couldn't say while quantities last.
And you'll also enjoy a $5 coupon for a visit in January. While quantities last. While quantities last. While quantities last. While quantities last.
And then my personal favorite.
Think again and discover the Flex membership with the Copper Creek Golf Club. Copper Creek Golf Group. Copper Creek Golf Group. Copper Creek Golf Group. Think again and discover the Flex membership from the Copper Creek.
What is it supposed to be? Copper Creek Golf Group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know what the hell the man was trying to say.
So the new one is for Samsung.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to say Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra HD LED $699.
Oh, hell no.
And here's how that...
hell no.
Here's how that went down.
Wi-Fi home surveillance camera starting at $79. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra H. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra. Samsung 55. Samsung 55. Samsung 55-inch Smart L. Samsung 55-inch Smart LG to HD. Samsung 55 Smart. Samsung 55-inch charge. Samsung 50 Smart Edge ID. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra HD LED. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra HD LED. Ooh, so close. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra HD LED. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra HD LED. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra H. Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra HD LED.
Wow.
$69. Woo!
Wow. My
Here's the thing, though.
my favorite is when Maury lowers his voice thinking that's going to help. Samsung. That's my favorite part.
Listen to this part, though. And he's so happy.
Samsung 55-inch Smart Ultra HD LED, $69. Woo!
Okay.
$69.
Yeah, the price is supposed to be $699.
Oh, my God.
He said $69.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
Now that's what I call a deal.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, LeBron James tests positive for COVID-19. Did you know that?
Is he vaxxed? He is, right?
He is vaxxed, yeah. So apparently
LeBron James.
he's
LeBron
asymptomatic,
James. LeBron James.
fully vaccinated. Test
Who got
positive.
COVID again?
LeBron James.
Oh, okay.
He will be given a follow-up test. I guess he is right now in...
He is still...
LeBron James.
and, I guess they're going to isolate him and do all that other stuff, and who knows.
Who was that again?
LeBron James.
Oh, right.
He's had a hell of a month, though. Hey, LeBron?
Who?
LeBron James.
I know, getting them fans kicked out
Got suspended?
Got suspended. You got into a fight?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
LeBron James.
But I guess you can be the king, right?
LeBron James.
What's going on with the Raptors, man? What's their
my
record
God.
at home? Was it like 8-2 or 2-8?
Bro,
2
we
and
haven't
8?
even cracked 10 wins for the season yet.
You never
Third
get...
straight loss.
Yeah.
In front of Shang-Chi, too.
Yeah. Oh, he was there?
Simu Liu was in the Scotiabank Arena.
Man.
How you going to do that?
Who'd they lose to last night?
It was...
Memphis?
Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Who
Was
don't have the best record anyway.
No, was it ugly?
No, it was like a 98-91 we lost.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Not good. You know who we need on the team?
LeBron James.
I would take LeBron with COVID. I would take LeBron with, like, COVID with symptoms. You know what I mean? I would take a symptomatic LeBron James.
Would you take LeBron James
with the Omarion virus?
Hell
Omicron
yeah.
virus?
What is he? What do you get? A sore throat with that thing?
Yeah.
That's the better one. Yeah, no, I would take LeBron James with with coronavirus, symptomatic coronavirus, and a broken thumb. Right? I would.
Crowd go nuts.
Yeah.
They'd all be cheering.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
At the same time.
Yeah. I would take LeBron James with pinworms.
Oh, wow. And COVID?
Yeah.
Pinworms and COVID?
Yeah, out there,
Symptomatic COVID?
out there coughing and scratching his butt. I would still take him.
Wow.
I would still take him, man. Superstar. Listen, you get offered a superstar, even with coronavirus and pinworms. You put him on the squad.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
You don't get upset.
No, you don't. You give him he doesn't get to sit on the bench, though. Yeah, he gets his own chair.
Well, he can't. Pinworms, right?
Yeah. Also,
Very
pink eye. I would take LeBron James with coronavirus, pink eye, and pinworms. Everything that ruins your day. Okay? Everything that ruins your day, and you don't
trade like 5 players.
Yeah, all of them.
Trade the whole team.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ronaldo, what's up, man? It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Good. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Love it.
So,
Oh, yeah.
our mentions have been blowing up in the past 24 hours, Roz.
Spotify day yesterday.
Yeah. So all the lists are coming out. And if you're a Spotify user, you are now getting the notifications on things like what the top song is that you've listened to, top albums you've streamed, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And why we're talking to Ronaldo is the reason why our mentions were blowing up yesterday, because it also includes the top podcasts that people have been listening to.
Yeah, and the numbers they're always incredible every year, but this year was just bonkers. People were listening to more podcasts than we actually had podcasts, which is really wild. Ronaldo, when did you start listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast?
I think it was January, actually. I started listening to you guys.
And what's the total? Like when it shows you how many podcasts you listen to, how many podcasts does it say you listen to?
333.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. So, and in your total minute count, because this is the thing that really blows people away. So your total minute count of time spent listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast was what?
98,000.
98,376 minutes to be exact.
98,376 minutes.
That is incredible. And we had people yesterday, there was like, I saw 48,000, 42,000, like in terms of minutes that people have been spending listening to the podcast. It's like,
what was that number again?
Bananas.
Let's do this math. 98,000.
Yeah, 376.
376.
And he's listened to 333 episodes.
Yeah.
over the course of this year, you spent 68 days listening to just the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I listened to it at work, actually.
Oh, that's incredible, dude.
68 days.
8
That's
hours.
nonstop days. That's nonstop days. You wasted. You
Don't say wasted.
But I was
worth it, man.
It's so funny because I was wondering if you were now the all-time leader as far as somebody who has spent the most amount of minutes in the course of a year listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. And then I got a message and was reminded by Dominica of Caledon, who re-forwarded me what she sent last year, which was she listened for 99,430 minutes.
Oh, man. Almost.
You have to start again, Jan, first.
Almost.
Oh, my God.
No, it's incredible. Regardless, Ronaldo, thank you very much for your dedication to the Roz and Mocha Show.
For sure. That was awesome, man.
Appreciate you. We love you, brother. We can't thank you enough. And because you've listened to the podcast so much and you've spent so much of your time with us, you know I'm going to ask you, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, man. That's my guy.
Wow. Geez, I don't think anybody's ever spent that much time around me and came out with a positive
98,000 minutes?
sort of.
That's
my
amazing.
guy, man.
By the way, if you are still like getting your Spotify notifications and you haven't been able to share with us how many times you've listened to the podcast. Maybe there's somebody out there right now in this moment who has more minutes than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Please tag
Hopefully
us.
not.
Tag us at Roz Weston, ROZWESTON, and at Mocha Frap, MOCHAFRAP, so we can see how many episodes you've listened to, how many minutes you've spent with the show, and we can also share on our social channels as well. Thank you, Ronaldo.
For sure, man. Have a great one.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play you this. Peter Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is? Actor?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who that is.
Mm-mm.
You don't have no idea who Peter Skarsgård is. That's okay.
Is he the one that was in, was he Pennywise in It, or is that another Skarsgård?
That's another Skarsgård. And
Okay.
he's not the big tall vampire. That's another
Okay, he's-
Skarsgård, right?
How many Skarsgård are there?
Hold on here.
Hermagerd! So many Skarsgårds.
Okay, hold on here. Now I got to find out. What do I go? How
And is his
many
is he
Skarsgårds
and the
are
dad,
there? The dad was in Dune.
Mr. Skarsgård.
Mr. Skarsgård.
He's part of the MCU, right? He's like the genius scientist.
Yes. Okay. So the famous Skarsgård family. So there's the dad, Peter Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Right. There is Alexander Skarsgård, who is Pennywise.
Okay.
There is.
Who's the one that was in Big Little Lies?
That is. I thought that was Alexander Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård? No, that's not Bill Skarsgård. Is it Bill Skarsgård?
Is it Doug?
No, not Doug. Not Doug Skarsgård.
Nick?
Okay, so which one was in Big Little Lies?
Alexander
Skarsgård.
Hermagerd.
Okay, so what do we know? What do we know this Skarsgård from then? What do we know Peter Skarsgård from? What's he famous for? I know he's married to Maggie Gyllenhaal, but I'm trying to think of something Maggie Skarsgård Gyllenhaal. I'm trying to figure out what Mocha would know him from. Anyway, so I'll play the clip for you while we figure out where you would know Peter Skarsgård from.
Is Peter Skarsgård from Gersperms?
From Gersperms?
Yeah, was he in Gersperms?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Okay, so anyway, oh my God, it's taking way too long to get to this. I don't know, and now I'm worried the payoff's not going to be there for you. Okay, so So Peter Skarsgård, he's married to Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Uh-huh.
Maggie Gyllenhaal, also film director, has directed Peter Skarsgård in a film where Peter Skarsgård had to do a love scene. So you can imagine the awkwardness. But then Peter Skarsgård's mother-in-law, Naomi Gyllenhaal, is also a film director. So what could possibly be worse than your own wife directing you in a love scene? Well, here's Peter Skarsgård telling Ellen.
And your wife, Maggie Gyllenhaal, directed you, and there's a kind of steamy scene, couple of steamy scenes, but the stairway is kind of this. That was What is that like for your wife to direct you and a woman doing things?
It's not as difficult as your mother-in-law asking you to do the same thing, which I also have done.
Your mother-in-law?
What? I hadn't read the script that carefully, and my mother-in-law asked me to be in a movie she was directing, and it also had a sex scene in it, and. For that one, I was like, how about I drop out of frame, you make faces, and I go have a cup of coffee. So we did that one that way. In my wife's movie, I don't know, it was awesome. Like it was, first of all, it's very technical, but what safer way to do it than having your wife there? I mean, rather than like being in a remote location with your wife 2,000 miles away. I mean, I think this is the way everyone should do it.
Hermagerd.
Okay, hold on here. I think plot twist. Is Peter Skarsgård related to the other Skarsgårds?
Yes.
You don't know. Just say you don't know if you don't know.
But I was going to say he's in the Green Lantern.
What's that?
He was in the Green Lantern.
Green Lantern? Green Lantern?
The one with...
Okay, hold on here.
With
He's not.
Ryan
Hold
Reynolds?
on.
They're two different names.
Okay.
It's Peter Sarsgaard is who you're referring to.
That's Peter Sarsgaard. Not Skarsgård.
that's
Hold on here.
Skarsgård.
Wait.
SARS, not
Hold on
Skurs?
here. So, wait. We're talking SARS, not Skurs?
It's SARS.
SARS.
Not Skurs.
Okay, so my bad then. So
Hermagerd. We got the Skarsgårds and the Sarsgaard confers. I got Gersberg.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Imagine going on a date and immediately following the date, the person you're on the date with then sends you like a Google Doc exit survey to fill out on how that date was.
Yeah, like I don't know. And I still don't know if this story is cute and or creepy. Like I haven't wrapped my head around it yet. whether asking somebody to fill out a survey before a date and after a date happens. Like, I don't know how I feel about it.
This woman posted about it on TikTok, got millions of views, thousands of shares, thousands of comments. Hey, Katrina out in Kelowna, BC. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good.
So you went out on a date with a guy, but this wasn't just an exit survey. Like, what happened before the date?
We'd been friends for a while, and he, I guess to just break the ice in a sense, he sent me a Google form to ask about different options of what I wanted to do on the date.
If you can recall, how many questions were there on like this Google Doc?
I don't know, probably about like 12.
Can I give people a couple of the examples of the sort of pre-date questionnaire he gave you? Can you attend? Simple yes or no question. When is the earliest you would like to start the date? That's always a good question. What style date would you prefer? He said dinner and a movie was an option. Dinner and Imagine Van Gogh, which I guess was an art exhibit. Hike and outdoor option. Beach day and ice cream. Skating and hot chocolate. Combination of all of the above. Or other. And then he went through what food do you like? Do you have any dietary restrictions? And this is my favorite because there's sort of like a sly dog aspect to this one, which is on a scale of 1 to 5. What is your preference in terms of fancy schmanchiness, meaning on the date? And everyday casual is in there, activewear was in there, and then also basically pajamas was in there.
So
Excuse me.
you see this Google Doc and you read the questions, you see what some of the options are. Do you go right away and start filling everything out? Do you dismiss it? What's going through your mind?
Yeah.
At first I thought it was a joke, but then when he sent me the link, I realized he was serious. And I think he just wanted to know a bit more of the details because I'm long distance. So I was only going to be there for like a couple of hours kind of thing. Gotcha. Well, a couple of days. And so he wanted to have exact information. So I filled it out and I just kind of committed to the bit and went with it. And I thought it was hilarious.
So you're in Kelowna. He's where? Where does he live?
He's in Vancouver.
He's in Vancouver. Okay. So what was the communication like once you agreed to some of the things or you filled out that form? What happened next?
He sent me a formal invitation that was all like graphic designed and everything with all the information on it.
Like to the date, an invitation to the date?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But you know what though? Like going through this Google Doc, I guess you kind of figure he's putting this time and effort into creating it so that he can provide a good date, right? Like a great experience for the two of you to share and also at the same time get some additional information about you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to know because just reading the headline, I went out on a date with a guy and he gave me an exit interview, or I was going out on a date with a guy and he sent me a questionnaire ahead of time. When you first read that headline, your immediate reaction is gross. But when you get into this, it quickly becomes sweet. So I'm wondering, did you have that too? Did you have your initial reaction was like, oh God, and then when you realized what was going on, you were like, oh, cool.
No, purely because I already know him rather
guy.
well.
Right,
so it was just kind of more of a unexpected, but also somewhat expected. That's just the kind of guy he is.
So Katrina, you go on the date. His name's Graham, by the way. How was the date between you and Graham? How would you rate it?
Well, that was part of the exit interview was the awkward to charming scale of 1 to 5. I gave it a 4 just because, first dates can be kind of awkward. But like it was really well put together. He had a really good plan and he was very, very gentlemanly the whole time.
Okay, so you did fill out the exit survey.
I didn't fill it out physically, but he was at the end of the date, he gave it to me while I was sitting there.
Oh wow!
And
so
we went through it together?
Wow, did you fill out the part? There's one part here that says, at any point in our date, did you experience any of the following? And it's got check boxes for nausea, comfort, fear of the abyss, butterflies, heartburn, exhilaration, indigestion, upset stomach, calm, foot pain, loss of taste or smell, sore throat, brain fog. Wow. Did you end up filling that section out?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So, Katrina, we actually have Graham on the phone as well.
Here he comes. Hello.
Oh, man. We got a singer. Graham, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. And so, in your opinion, how did the date go?
I think it went great. I thought it was a really
fun and easy and calm date. And we ended up like chatting till midnight that night. It was, I thought it was wonderful.
So you have the exit survey at the end of the date, but you also had the Google Doc that you created prior to going on your date. Is Katrina the first woman that you provided these surveys to?
Yeah, she is the first and only woman who will ever receive these.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so what was it about her that warranted this?
Well, I just like knew that she was either dairy-free or gluten-free, but I didn't remember which one she was. And so I figured making a Google Doc survey would just be the best way to suss that out. Plus,
this whole thing happened because you couldn't remember if she was gluten-free?
Yeah, gluten-free or dairy. There's one or the other. I knew it was one of them. So
Graham, what is, or Katrina, what is the status of what's happening between you and Graham right now?
We are still together 6 weeks in.
So the Google Doc and exit survey work. Graham and Katrina are officially a couple.
Congratulations, man. I mean, listen, we talk to so many people on this show, and like, this is no BS here. We talk to so many people on this show that are they're in a hole because they don't know how to do this. They don't know how to meet someone. They don't know how to approach someone because their lives are apps, and it's about swiping, and it's like no end fast. And we always say, you got to get creative. You got to shoot your shot. You got to do something different, and you got to hang out where the people are. And for you two to come on here and tell this story, to me, it's one, it's inspiring, and two, I'm just happy as hell for the both of you.
Aw, thank you.
Katrina and Graham, thank you very much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Billie Eilish did her fifth yearly interview with Vanity Fair. I guess she does this every year, and they're always so much fun. But this is Billie Eilish talking about things that, like, what scares her the most. And I don't know if this is like an actual phobia that has one of those names that you just discover after somebody tells you what they do, but she talks about her fear of gaps.
Gaps?
Listen, and as soon as you listen to Billie Eilish explain it, you will, if you've ever had that feeling before, even as a kid, that feeling's going to come back. So listen to Billie.
First thing that came to mind is like when my feet are close to the bottom of the bed.
What?
That's the scariest part of my day, every day. I jump from like 2 feet away from my bed onto the bed. And if my feet are too close to the bottom under my bed, I go, ugh. Like, I can't help myself, but yeah, it's disgusting.
What?
It creeps me out. Oh, it creeps me out so much. That's why, like, all the furniture at my house, there's nothing underneath. They all go to the ground. I made that very, very clear. When I was getting all my furniture, I was like, please don't get anything with space underneath. So all my chairs, my couches, my bed frame, it all goes all the way to the ground. There's no storage. I would rather lose the storage space under my bed than have to step next to the bottom of my bed.
Like, is she scared of monsters or something?
I don't know. It's the gap. It's the gap between the bottom of the bed and the floor, or the bottom of the couch and the floor, or the bottom of the chair and the floor.
Like, I wonder if she thinks that someone or something is going to be underneath, like hiding.
And just like reaches out and
grab her ankle, grab her foot.
Yes. Wow. What is it called, Maury? Hold on here. Maury said trypophobia, which is a fear of holes. I don't think that's it. I don't think it's a fear of holes. Gapophobia, yeah. But it's
a lot of people contribute, if you have a fear of gaps, that it might be similar to this. Because it's like a fear of an open space.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, I would run from my bedroom door and launch myself from the middle of the room onto my bed.
Why?
Because I didn't want to. I would never put my feet near arm's length.
Just in case?
Yeah, just in case. You don't know?
Like, when I was a kid, I remember, like, running from the basement up the stairs.
Oh, that's the worst. Run?
Yeah. But, like, when I'm downstairs, like, we used to have, our television was in the basement, right?
Yeah.
And the room was done up. So if I was down there by myself, the hallway to get from there to the stairs to then go upstairs was dark. I don't even think there was a light there.
Yeah.
So I used to do the thing where I would like talk really loud or I would start singing a song and then like race up the stairs, slam the door.
Bro, that basement run, every kid's done the basement run.
Yeah.
Right. We lived in one house for a very brief period of time where we didn't have a finished basement, where it was like the furnace and whatever else. And I never went to the basement and came upstairs back through that door into the kitchen where I wasn't out of breath. I never casually walked up a flight of stairs from
Did
the
your
basement.
mom ever ask?
Maz, no.
Yeah.
They don't want, it's terrifying down
then you
there.
gotta play it off.
There's a hole in the floor. Why is there a hole
I
in
was
the
downstairs
floor?
exercising. Mom's so tired.
Yeah, no,
Let's do
no,
push-ups.
no. You got like there's wet spots and like places to hide and shadows and no, thank you. No, thank
I'm just afraid
you.
of electricity.
Electricity?
Yeah, I'm afraid of electricity. Even
What do you
Shem
mean?
has to plug stuff in for me here. I won't touch outlets.
You won't touch, like you won't plug something in?
No, and if something is dangling out of the hole.
Yeah, fair enough. No, that's a thing. It's an actual thing when something dangles out of the hole.
Dangleophobia.
Yeah, then I need someone like Shem has to go and push it back in.
That's what friends are for, though, right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, can I just say for the record right now that I'm a thief? I'm not a thief because I think that there's some people who may think today that I am a thief. So I go to the mall yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? I got bags on bags. Okay.
Look at you.
Thank you. And I went to the Bay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm one of these people that even though I'm shopping for other people, I always check to see if there's some things for me.
Oh, of course.
Of course,
You
right?
have
Who
to.
doesn't?
Everybody does
Who
that.
doesn't? And I'm like, you know what I want? I want a new pair of jeans, right? And I walk by, like in the Bay, the Guess section. I haven't worn a pair of Guess jeans in 25 years. I'm like, let me give these buggers a try.
Sure.
I put them on. They fit like a glove.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dope. So my rule is when I find something I like, I usually buy them in 2s or 3s. So I go back to the rack and I'm looking for another pair, exact same style, exact same size. They don't have it. So I go up to pay. Big fan of the show checking me out, right?
Checking you out, like checking.
No. Like, no.
Employee who's.
Employee.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you meant like checking you out.
No. Okay. Big fan though.
Yeah.
And again, I got bags on bags. And she's like, hey, you know, we have this thing going that if you spend over, I don't know, $200, you get like this free gift or whatever it was. She's like, you're only spending $60, but I'm going to give it to you. And I'm like, yeah,
bending the rules.
baby, thank you. So I get the free gift.
What was a free gift?
I'm not telling because Maury may get it for Christmas.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't decided yet on who I'm not spending money on this year. But it's probably going to be Maury.
Okay.
Okay. So then I have these jeans, right? And then so everything goes in the bag. I got bags on bags, and I walk out of the Bay and cruising around. I go into a store and I beep right when I'm walking into the store, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake, something in my bag has a tag on it. I will go in, do a little bit thing, and whenever I'm beeping, like whenever I have something on me, I always tell the person, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going to beep when I go out. I don't know what it is. I got to go through and figure it out. So I'm beeping in and out of stores. And then I walk by and I see the Guess store, like the actual Guess store, because I was at the Bay. So I walk in and I go up to I'm looking through the jeans and 2 sales dudes walk over to me. 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like a king. Getting service on service at the Guess store.
Yeah.
And they're like, what can we help you
You're
with?
like a Kardashian.
Thank you. Right?
Now you finally know what the life is like.
Yeah, and they don't know that other stuff in my bags was free gifts, right? They just think I'm spending money like crazy.
Yeah.
And so I go in, and they're like, how can we help you? And I'm like, I got these jeans at the Bay. I want like 2 more pair of identical jeans like this. And they didn't have them. So I'm hoping you guys do. So I hand the guy the jeans, and he starts looking at the jeans. And like he's fumbling around. He can't really see what style they are and everything else. And he's like, are you trying to return these? And I was like, no, I'm not trying to return these. I want to buy another pair. He's like, so you're okay with these jeans? And I was like, yeah, I love these jeans. I'm just looking for more. And he's like, okay. And he just stares at me.
Okay.
And at this point, I look down, I pointed to a pair of jeans. I'm like, are these sort of the same? He's like, they're kind of the same. And I'm like,
okay.
Can I try those on? He's like, you can try them on. And then, like, I pick them up my own self and I walk over to where the change rooms are, right? And I go in and I try the jeans on and I don't love them. And I come out and I'm like, oh, where's my two dudes? One of them is at one end of the store. The other's at the end of the store. And I see them both and they're both staring at me.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So I put the jeans that I don't want on the rack. And I go to walk out of the store, and there's a lady there by the front door. And I'm like, there's something in one of these bags. Maybe it's the free gift. They didn't take the thing off. I'm going to beep. I'm going to go. She's like, no problem. So I walk out of the store. I get home, and I'm like, so pissed off. I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. So I'm going through my bags with Catherine. And I'm like, and I got these jeans. They're like my new favorite jeans. I love them a lot. And she holds them up, and she's like, there's a security tag on these jeans. I brought in stolen, like not stolen. I paid for them.
Yes.
But I brought in the thing from a store that looked like I stole it from the store.
Yeah. But those guys at the guest store, if they were like really suspect of you, then they would have just called security.
But I didn't buy them there because I bought them at the Bay. So
no, I know. You have receipts to prove your purchase.
Did I though? Do I ever keep a receipt?
But if you're at the store,
the
most
only
times,
thing I had was a Bay bag.
Yeah, but most times people will, the employee at the store will take the receipt and they'll say to you, do you want to, can I just put this in the bag?
Yeah, and I always say no.
So what do you do with the receipt?
Take it and crumple it up and stick it in my pocket.
So then it would have been in your pocket?
It was not.
So it was in the bag?
It was not.
So you stole the jeans?
I stole the jeans.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Has anybody tried the Tim Biebs yet?
No.
The Tim Hortons collab that they did with Bieber.
No, I like, geez, man, you know me, I'm not like a sweet guy. But
are you curious?
I think that they, like, no joke, like no goofing aside, right? Like for me, like the only sort of donut that I like is like the classic glazed donut. That's my number one. But I will say that the combos that they put together, the palette that they put together for Justin Bieber's Timbits actually quite intrigue me. They do sound delicious.
Well, guess who walked in here with a box full of Tim Biebs?
Oh, you did? Look at you.
Did you guys see, though, the... hi, Deepa.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did you guys see... So, along with the Tim Biebs, when you go to Tim Hortons, they have, like, merch as well, right?
Yeah.
You can get, like, a Tim Biebs toque. It's like $30.
Okay.
Or $33, and I think the bag, the tote is $33, and then the fanny pack is like $29.
Fanny pack?
Ooh, yeah, there is a fanny
Did you
pack.
just use for stuffing Tim Biebs into it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And people are
Sounds like you can get
going
ants.
online and like reselling these items for like hundreds of dollars, right?
Yeah.
Because it's only available in Canada, so all the Bieber fans in the States, all the stands who want them.
Do they not have these in the Tim Hortons that are in America, or no? We don't know that.
That I don't know.
I'm not sure because
Okay.
it's like limited time, limited locations, I think.
Forget I even asked. Who cares?
Okay, so what do you have?
Okay, so we have a box here for you guys to share. How do I get this to you?
Oh.
There, you take it.
Oh, I don't want any.
Wait, you're not going to eat it?
No.
Okay,
What?
Mocha.
No.
Mocha, this is for you then.
Yeah, no.
You're not gonna have any?
No.
Yo.
No.
My goodness.
No.
I
No, Maury,
walked
give
in
one
the
to Maury.
cold this
Bring
morning.
one. Maury, come and
Here,
get
Shem, do you
one
want
of
some
these.
too?
Come and get one of these. I don't want. You know me. I can't eat this stuff first thing in the morning. What's
Why?
that, Maury? Yo, you did. How were the? Just wait. You what?
Hold on.
Wait. What the hell's going on?
What?
Oh, you did. How
You
were
didn't
they?
tell us?
You didn't share?
A Tim Hortons. Okay, so I'll get your reaction after these guys try them, okay? Because I want to know what you thought. Okay, so Shem, which one? Say the flavors again.
So it's chocolate white fudge,
Yeah.
sour cream chocolate chip,
Okay.
and birthday cake waffle.
That's the one that sounded good to me. Birthday
that one
cake. Now,
sounds
but
good.
you know the difference? Like, what does Shem have in his hand right there?
So
What's that one?
The chocolate white fudge. I'm gonna steal two. Okay. All right.
I'm trying.
Are you going for the same one, Mocha?
Yeah, we'll try some.
All right. Ready? Go. To me, it tastes just like a chocolate glaze. No.
Yeah, this tastes just like chocolate. Just like a regular chocolate Timbit.
These are fresh this morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like white fudge. I don't really taste fudge.
No.
You taste fudge.
Do you?
Mm-mm.
I will say it's
Man.
pretty.
The one with the white lumps?
Could you make it sound like just slightly more appetizing? Right? Yo, put the one with the white lumps in your mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Kind of dry. Hold on.
Next one is chocolate chip, sour cream chocolate
Is
chip.
that this one? Is that one with the white lumps?
Yeah, that is it.
Is that the one?
Do you
What is
have
this
chocolate
one?
chips on there?
I got lots of white lumps.
Man, can I just tell you that as somebody who's not participating in the Tim Biebs here,
Yeah.
the sounds in this room, boy.
Oh, let me tell you what's gross about the one with the white lumps.
What?
No offense, right? It's observation.
Okay, can we stop saying the one with the white lumps, please?
Okay. Do you see this?
Hold on here.
See this one lump right here? Right?
Put your hand
Yeah.
behind it like they do on YouTube.
Like a makeup tutorial?
Yeah, like a makeup tutorial. There we go.
Right?
Oh yeah, pop that.
Does it look like it looks like a pimple?
Bro, pop that.
It looks like a pimple,
Pop
right?
My
that.
white lump is bigger than
Oh,
yours.
do it.
Pop that. Pop that.
Yes.
Pop that.
Anyway, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
Yo. Yeah.
Okay. But it's the exact same as a sour cream glaze.
You need to swallow, girl. Look at you.
Hey!
Like I guess. Oh, no. To be fair, like your mouth is tiny. You put one Timbit in your mouth, and your cheeks puff out like a squirrel.
Okay, last one. What's this one? What's this next one?
That's a birthday cake waffle. No. That one has chocolate chips on it.
Oh.
The colorful one with the sprinkles.
I legit have none in here that have sprinkles on them.
What's your favorite, Deepa?
I like the birthday cake waffle.
Yeah.
Here. It looks like this. They're
Oh, they
colorful.
do. There's. Oh,
Is
interesting.
that this one? I just had that one. The pimple one?
No, that's chocolate chip.
Oh.
Look for something that has like.
What's this one?
There's only 3 different kinds.
That's probably it.
Jeez, you guys.
Yeah.
Nah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go around the room here. Damnit Maurie, which is the best one? Okay, Mocha, which is the best one?
The pimple one.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, Shem, which is the best one?
I think I just choked on a white lump.
Okay, I'll go back to you. Deepa, which is the best one?
Birthday cake waffle.
Birthday cake waffle. Going back to Shem. Shem, stop drinking, man.
Sorry.
What's the best one?
White lumps.
White lumps. There's a premium. 60 cents extra for these. So just so you know. And white lumps.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did they do big tree lighting last night? Is that what that was? Did you see? You don't watch that, Mocha, do you?
I was in bed at 7:30, bro.
Oh, 7:30. Hold on, pause more. I don't want to talk about the tree. 7:30.
That's my new bedtime.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that your new? Why is
That's
that your
why
new bedtime?
when you guys text in the group chat,
Yeah,
I don't know if you've noticed, but you'll be able to see. It'll say that I have my notifications turned off.
No, I can't see that.
I don't see that.
You don't see that?
No.
Oh. Do you guys see it? You see it. Shem
How do you
noticed
see
it.
that?
I don't. First of all, I wouldn't look.
Yeah.
But it's right there. It's in the chat.
What do you mean?
It's not actually in the chat. You have to go to like an individual text
Oh, do you
conversation.
really?
You can see it.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes if I'm texting with someone who, if they have their notifications turned off, it will say so-and-so has notifications turned
So
off.
explain to me now, because your old bedtime was what?
Between 8 and 8:30.
Okay.
Wait,
and
are you
why
going to bed before your kid?
Why have you switched from 8 and 8:30 to 7:30 now?
Because I felt like I wasn't getting enough sleep.
Right.
And I was waking up feeling groggy as hell.
Okay.
Even still.
Right.
I was averaging like 5 hours and 15 minutes. So I said, let me see what happens if I adjust it by 30. It actually happened.
What time do you wake up in the morning?
2:15.
2:15.
But I adjusted it actually because of the time change last month.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, I know sometimes it messes people up for a couple of days. So I said, let me just adjust my internal clock and see how I feel.
Right.
I've been feeling great
So what is
when
your
I wake up.
what is your house like right now? Like at 7:30, what's happening in the house when you say, "Okay, I'm off to bed"?
Cruz, I would just put Cruz down to sleep.
Yeah.
And then Jenna's on the couch watching TV or whatever.
Oh, how long does she stay up for?
I don't know.
She's got like
the whole night.
that's almost like she like
I think last night maybe she came to bed at like 9:30.
Wow. She's like single in the evenings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just her and the 2 dogs just kicking it.
My husband comes to bed when I'm getting up. He goes to bed at 3 a.m.
Matthew goes to bed at 3.
Yeah, it's the changing of the guard in the bed.
So you guys don't actually sleep in the same bed
Only on
together?
weekends. No, because he's on the couch watching YouTube.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So 7:30 is my new bedtime.
Does Jenna wake you up when she goes to bed? Like, do you ever wake up when she
Never.
crawls in?
Never. I don't hear when I'm out. I'm out.
Never.
out like a light. And last night I was like dead tired.
Right.
And even though I put Cruz to sleep, he was up I heard him from our room, like just talking to himself, singing songs and whatever.
Right.
So he was still up by the time I crawled into bed and I fell asleep. I'm sure he was still awake.
Wait for a couple of years when he starts going to bed at 8:30.
That ain't happening.
Okay.
I'd be like, all right, good night.
Okay.
Daddy got to
Yeah,
sleep.
you're going to go right to sleep, or are you like lying there reading magazines first or something?
No. I
Lights
just said,
out,
when
lights
I'm out, I am
Lights
out.
out, really?
I turn off the lights. I crawl into bed. My phone is automatically set so that it will turn off notifications at, I think, 7:30.
Yeah. Having a bedtime is key, though. Like going to bed at the same time every day is key. Because I normally go to bed 7 days a week. Now, I don't even stay up late on weekends. I go to bed like 10:45 to 11 o'clock normally, 7 days a week, because that is key for me. And then it doesn't matter how much sleep I get. As long as I go to bed at the same time, it doesn't matter how long I'm asleep for.
And they say that you're supposed to do that. But I mean, I will never on a Friday or Saturday go to bed at 7:30.
No. You know what? Right? And this is a great idea right now, right? This is easy peasy for you right now. Talk to me in July, when the sun goes down at 9:40.
I know, it's the worst. Well, how do you? I know that feeling already, though. That's why we have blackout drapes in our bedroom.
right.
I know that feeling already because in the summertime during the week I would still go to bed like between 8 and 8:30, so the sun was still out blaring, partying.
Blackout drapes are great. I used to have blackout drapes. It's like I lived in the theater.
Yeah,
you know
it's the best.
You know what I mean? It was like pitch dark all the time.
So I sent this to you the other day. Because I track my sleep, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I made the adjustment so I get notifications on my phone.
What do you track your sleep on?
On my Apple Watch, and I have a ring that I wear as well.
Jeez, you give out all the info, huh?
So the notification I got, this was on this is last Friday that I sent you, right?
Yeah.
And it said, tonight, aim to go to bed a bit earlier than usual, between 6:45 and 7:45 p.m.
6:45?
Yeah. If you want to prepare yourself for good quality sleep, now's the time to start winding down your body and mind. And that was on a Friday night.
So wait, when did you have dinner?
Yeah, when do you eat dinner? If it tells you to go to bed at 6:45, when are you eating dinner?
The same time we eat dinner every night, like
Which is what?
4:30.
4:30.
That's lunch.
Yeah, it's the best.
4:30.
It's the best, and I got it all night.
Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Stephanie, welcome to Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so when does your Hell of a Story start?
My Hell of a Story starts in 2019, before pandemic.
Okay, and where are you at this point?
I want you guys just to picture this, in the countryside of Italy, in a northern small town in Piemonte called Asti.
Oh, Mamma Mia, that sounds beautiful.
Is this like Stephanie takes a lover, like a sexual awakening kind of story, or no?
No, this is Stephanie the chef goes to do her master's in food and wine in Italy.
Okay, I gotcha.
Wow.
I gotcha.
And she's created the perfect spicy meatball.
Okay, so
Exactly.
So you are where? You're living where?
Okay, so I'm living literally in like a farm town, surrounded by mountains, on a pretty much like on a commune with a bunch of other chefs. We're basically a real world culinary edition.
Love it.
It is the picture perfect scenery of
Okay.
like wine country and food and a small town of literally one street.
Gorgeous. Okay, so what happened? How does something bad go here?
So I'm going to say this. If anybody is scared of spiders, this will now make you terrified of spiders.
Oh, no.
I will make sure that you all know to make it your mission to kill every spider you see from now on.
Stephanie,
okay?
let me stop you real quick.
Yeah.
Jenna, please
Yeah.
turn off the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Jenna
Jenna,
is
turn it off
beyond
right now.
terrified of spiders. I'm the spider killer in the house.
So am I.
Yeah, this is not the story for Jenna.
Okay.
So what happened?
Okay, so that summer we heard rustlings of this spider that was in Italy, but in the south of Italy. So I'm in the north. I'm thinking I have nothing to worry about. That came in through import-export from South America.
Oh,
this
no.
treacherous spider is called the violino spider, which translates to the violin spider in Canada. So they told us we had nothing to worry about. Only a few people had been bit, didn't give anybody the full story. One Thursday night, Chef Steph goes to sleep. I wake up in the morning, and my leg is hurting. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I just slept weird. I worked a really long kitchen shift.
Pulled
I throw my sheets off, and ladies and gentlemen, the spider was in my bed.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so what did the spider look like? How big was it? Was it
So-
fast?
No, so this is the problem. It looks like an everyday house spider. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, you know what? This is the countryside of Italy. We have no screens on our doors. There's bugs everywhere. Let's not worry about it. By the time I walked to the kitchen, 7-minute walk, my chef pants couldn't even fit over my leg.
Oh, my God.
And when I looked down at my leg, I had black track marks.
Oh.
And I was like, Mayday, we need to get me to the hospital. So now picture this. The school rushes me to the local doctor, which is in the basement of an elementary school.
Oh, my God.
What?
Oh,
and the
my
doctor
God.
comes out wearing jeans and smoking a vape.
Oh, my God.
Cursing in Italian. He's
Yeah.
just cursing in Italian.
Yeah.
And starts screaming that I have to get to the next hospital, which is an hour away.
Oh, no.
Oh, a doctor is telling you that you have to go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Off we go. They wheel me into a room. They take my blood. A specialist from Torino comes in and looks at me and says, Stephanie, 5 people in Italy have been bit by this spider. All 5 have died. You need to call home and get your affairs in order. You're either going to lose your leg or lose your life.
Oh, my God, no.
So imagine the call I have to make to my poor mom.
Oh,
Call my mom.
God.
Her and my aunt take a red eye that night. They are in this small as heck town the next day. The doctor then says, we have to perform surgery to try to save your leg, where I basically threatened him. And I was like, listen, man, I'm not dying and I'm keeping my leg, so do whatever you need to do. He says, we can perform surgery, but we can't put you to sleep because we don't know how the venom's going to react with the anesthesia. So you have to be awake.
Oh, my God. Well, they do what?
So while they basically pin me down and remove all the necrotizing fasciitis, so all the dead tissue from my leg to stop it from spreading up my leg.
Oh, my God.
So I was pinned down, and I remember being pumped with so much steroids and so much antibiotics to stop the infection. And as gruesome as it was, whatever they did, I owe those doctors because I survived. I kept my leg. I have a gnarly scar. That's my war wound.
Did you kill that spider that was in your bed? The one that bit you?
Oh, yeah. Of course
You
I did.
killed
I was
it.
like, yeah, I was like, oh my God, what the hell?
So needless to say, you've
Needless to say.
you've never gone back to Italy, right?
Well, since then, no, because then the pandemic hit. But I'm actually going back to Italy tomorrow.
Oh, my
No, you're
God.
not.
Yes, I am.
Stephanie!
I know. I know.
Do you not remember what happened to you?
Yes.
Steph, while you're telling us this story, Jenna literally sent me a picture of our kitchen.
Yeah.
With in all caps it says "Get out."
Yeah.
And it's a picture of a spider on the wall.
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna go hide.
Damn, Stephanie, that is a hell of a story, Mamma Mia.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, pick number 1 or number 2.
Oh. Well, wait. Whenever you start talking about 1s and 2s, should I? Okay, pick number 1 or number 2?
Yeah.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2. Here we go.
Calm down. Time to get it off your chest right now. Maybe you should talk about your problems. Roz and Mocha Vented Moments.
Hey, Roz and Mocha's Vented Moments. This has become so popular. We had to get the intro made for it. So that is intro number 2.
man.
Had you chose intro number 1, it sounds like this.
Roz and Mocha's Vented Moments. Get it off your chest.
We give you the platform to say whatever it is that is on your mind. Put it out there into the universe. We won't ask any questions. We won't even ask you your name. We just, again, give you the platform.
Right.
Hey, Roz and Mocha, go ahead.
I just gotta take this out because it's really upsetting. The fact that you're on a traffic and people are just like, I don't know if they just don't want to go home or what is wrong, but like, if you're going on a 60 road, why are you going on 40? Drive properly, guys. Like, honestly, like, it's very frustrating, especially it takes me an hour and a half to get home. And all I see is these people driving 40 kilometers on a 60 road. Like, I feel like they just don't want to go home. Or they're waiting for, honestly, it's like
So,
they
hold on
have
here.
a wife at home.
Can I ask a question? So
Yeah.
Even though we're not supposed to.
Yeah, I know. So you're attributing traffic and slow driving because people obviously just don't want to go home.
That's what it feels like.
Why?
You know,
Why
when you're at work,
But why do you think they don't want to go home?
because they're going on a 40 kilometers on a 60 road.
No,
Like,
but what's wrong with going home? What's wrong at home that they don't want to go home?
That's my question. I feel like maybe they have a wife that is very cranky and they just don't want to deal with that. But you know what? Like, some people want to get home, so at least go along with traffic or go at least on the speed limit that you're supposed to go to, right?
You mean people who love their families and get along want to get home at a decent time?
I don't know. Honestly, it would be nice that people would drive. I don't mean to sound like road rage, but it's upsetting because it takes me an hour and a half just to get home.
Could it just be that there's so many cars on that street?
so many questions,
sorry.
man.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I forgot.
That's the thing. There's like so much space at the front of this other driver, and I'm just like, and you're kind of in the middle.
Go on.
Because it's very upsetting.
Go on. Go on.
I just gotta say, people, please drive on speed limit, or I just come out, or just move out of the way and let people pass. I just want to go home. It's I can understand when there's a lot of traffic and there's nowhere to go. I can understand that. But there's some people that are just like, they have the whole way to go. They have all this space and they're just making traffic.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much for your vented moment.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Single All the Way is a new movie hitting Netflix on Thursday, just in time for the holidays. Netflix's first gay movie.
Christmas movie, right?
Gay Christmas movie. Yeah. Plot reads this. Desperate to avoid his family's judgment about being single,
man,
Peter persuades his best friend Nick to pose as his boyfriend on a trip home for the holidays.
Wait a second.
What?
Wait. Like, the family knows he's gay, though, right? Yes. Oh, okay.
They just don't like that. They don't like, how could you be single?
I gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Have not seen the movie yet.
Yes.
But having watched like all the Hallmark ones that are on daily.
Yes.
I assume.
I've seen it.
Spoiler alert.
Yes, please go.
I
Theories. I
assume
love theories.
Peter and Nick end up falling in love.
No spoilers.
By the end of the movie, and the family really, really likes Nick and gets along with them. And they're so happy that Peter finally met someone.
What if I
wait, stop. Without, I don't want you to say anything. You've already seen the movie.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
I have seen the movie.
Yeah, it's what I just said.
No, I know.
Just give me a low-key thumbs up, thumbs down if Mocha's right. Okay. Interesting.
Short thumb, too, right?
Yeah, real short thumb.
Don't judge my thumb.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
You have a teeny tiny thumb,
yeah, yeah. How does Matthew feel about your thumbs? They're tiny.
You can't tell anything from a thumb.
They're tiny.
Oh, yeah, you can.
You can.
Take it from big thumbs over here.
All right, Jennifer Coolidge. Jesus Christ, man.
This was hands down one of the greatest Christmas movies I've seen in such a long time. Congratulations. I am a gay myself, and this is the first gay Christmas movie on Netflix. How cool is that? And you're a part of it.
No, I know. It does. When you say it like that, you're absolutely right. It should, we're surprised it hasn't happened, and finally it does. And how thrilling.
Maury's like a gay guy in 2021, but you talk like a straight guy in 1956. Listen, I'm a gay.
Damnit Maurie talking to Jennifer Coolidge about the new Netflix show, or movie, holiday movie, Single All the Way.
One of, I guess, the subjects of lots of Christmas movies is, you can't be single at Christmas. What is it about Christmas where we always have to be in love?
I'm a pro at this. I have to say, it's the only time of year that I really feel like it isn't a fun thing to be single. I mean, I feel like I can handle anything. Halloween, I have a big party and we celebrate Halloween. Like, I don't care if I'm single or whatever. But there's something about Christmas when my friends are like, Gabe and I are going off to be my parents. And, I don't know. I think it's
Gabe.
Even if I have to just temporarily date someone, I think it's way better to not be single.
Oof. Yeah. Truth.
Jennifer, I got to read you a couple of headlines here. Jennifer Coolidge is the only gift gays need this holiday season about this movie. And Single All the Way crowns Jennifer Coolidge the new queen of Christmas. How does it feel that you're stealing the crown from Mariah Carey?
Well, I don't think that's true either. But this is the thing. These things are written on like in subway toilets and stuff. I mean, I don't know. As far as like the legitimacy of any of this, but look, I'll take a compliment over an insult, and I'm thrilled that anyone would have a positive thing to say. But especially, we're just talking about this, the gay world, I don't know, getting their approval and because we like their taste and agree with them on who they like. That's what it is. We agree with them on who they like.
There you go. That's Jennifer Coolidge. The new Netflix holiday movie, Single All the Way, is out on Thursday.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You don't watch Succession, do you?
I have not watched
you
the
haven't
season
watched
yet.
that
By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you're disappointed this season. I'm going to wait so I can binge it.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I mean, am I disappointed? They owe me nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't take it personally when a show that I loved sort of just goes in a way that I don't love. I am not they owe me nothing. It's their show, right?
Shum watches.
I'm going to say what Roz won't say. This season sucks so far.
Yeah, no, I was getting there.
Spoiler
But
alert.
yeah, no,
And we're only, 3 weeks in?
No, we're on like 6
This
or
was week 6.
7. Yeah.
Oh,
week
really?
6.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't know, like, because you never liked anyone on the show, right? Like, Succession is one of those shows where
they're all despicable.
They're all sort of despicable, and it was kind of like, geez, man, I can tolerate a show like that. Breaking Bad was sort of like that, right?
Yeah,
Everybody was awful. Walter was awful. By those later seasons on Breaking Bad, Walter was like my least favorite character on Breaking Bad, right? Like everybody was awful. Saul was horrible, and I loved him. Like, so I will tolerate a show where everybody is just awful, but there's only so far you can take me on Succession with the same loop where I'm sitting there, like, I'll watch horrible people do horrible things, but I don't want to watch horrible people do the same horrible thing over and over and over again.
You're expecting
There's just no story this season.
the bad to happen
There's
again.
no
and again
story.
and again.
Like, there's no. It's
But
just,
like every show that we all watch with multiple seasons, they're always going to have one, like a bum season or two.
This
right?
one feels different, though. It
does.
feels like they're stretching it out for absolutely no reason, and there's been zero story progression.
Nothing
really
has
since
happened
last season.
Like nothing. Like nothing has happened. This show has gone, like, the first 2 seasons of Succession, the one thing that I had going for it was it moved so fast.
Yeah.
Right? It was like whiplash watching this show. Every week you were like, oh my God. Everything that has happened in the first 6 seasons of Succession, this feels like one episode, right?
First 6 episodes.
The first 6 episodes feels like one episode, but I still watch it like a chump, right? Like a chump.
Keep watching.
Yeah.
Because you have that hope inside that the next episode is going to be amazing.
It's like when I had a couple of years where I really, really disliked what wrestling had become, but I still watched it every week.
Oh, that's
where I just hated.
That's even still.
That's
now.
It was. Has it really? It's never come back.
I don't watch. I know what's happening, right?
Yeah. How do you know what's happening? Because you keep tabs.
I keep tabs, like on Twitter and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I don't like sit there and watch like a full episode of Raw or SmackDown.
You don't.
Or I won't sit there and watch like all the pay-per-view. The only pay-per-view I will watch, and I subscribe to the network.
Yeah.
Simply to watch WrestleMania.
Right, which you do every year.
Every single year.
Yeah, like a chump.
Like a chump.
5 hours on a Sunday.
But now it's 2 days, so
No, it's
5
2
hours
days.
on a
2
Saturday
days worth.
and a Sunday.
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah,
and I know I'm going to hate myself the following
But
day.
you do it.
But I do it anyway.
But you do. That's a big investment, WrestleMania. I didn't know WrestleMania was 10 hours over 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days
That's
now.
crazy.
Are they doing 2 days again this year? I think. Or
I hope so.
In April?
Saturday
shit.
and Sunday.
Sam's not sick of it one bit.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do you want to hear that little bit of that Ed Sheeran, Elton John Christmas song?
The Ed
What
Sheeran-
interview did Ed Sheeran do where he was talking about how he went looking to, he wrote a song. Ed Sheeran had this hook for this song. So Elton John said, hey, let's do a Christmas song, me and you. And Ed Sheeran was like, okay, well, if we're going to do a Christmas song, it has got to be like balls out, full on, all the tropes, all the stereotypes, the bells, the like choir, the everything Christmas song. And Ed Sheeran wrote the chorus for the song, and he called the song Merry Christmas. And then he had brought it to Elton John, thinking that, of course, they were going to have to change the name of the song because there would have been a million songs already recorded called Merry Christmas. And then that's when he realized that actually, no, there was like no song ever recorded. There's like We Wish You a Merry Christmas, there's Christmas this, Christmas that, but there's actually no song.
I think I have that.
Oh, do you
We've
have
got
that?
a Christmas song coming out.
Listen.
Together.
Wait, you and Elton John?
Me and Elton John. Yeah.
He's got one of my favorite Christmas songs ever.
Yeah, well,
Step into Christmas?
Yeah, so he rung me on Christmas Day and said, because he was so buzzed that Step Into Christmas gets a higher chart position every single year. So I think it went in at 13 in the 80s, and it was like number 6 last year in England. So he's like, I want to do another Christmas song. Do you want to do one with me? And I've always been quite against Christmas. Not that I don't like Christmas. I love Christmas. But in terms of doing a Christmas song, you need to chuck the kitchen sink at it. If you're going to do it,
You gotta really do it.
I have a Northern Irish friend that says if you're going to get done for stealing a horse, you might as well it, you know?
Ed Sheeran with that mouth. Come on, man.
Stealing the horse.
Yeah. So I was like, I said to Elton, I was like, I don't really want to do a Christmas song unless we're going in, unless it's like sleigh bells, ding dong. Yeah, it needs to be a proper Christmas song. So I wrote a chorus, and then I went to go and stay with him, and we wrote 3, and one of them was this one called Merry Christmas. So get this. So we write it, and I title it Merry Christmas, and I'm like, we're going to have to change that title because there's probably loads of songs called Merry Christmas. And I went on Spotify, and I typed in Merry Christmas, nothing. There's Merry Christmas Everyone, there's Happy Xmas, there's Merry Xmas, there's War is Over. All these things. There's not a song called Merry Christmas. And then I went on YouTube and checked it out, and it baffled me. Like, it's kind of like this glitch in a video game where no one's thought...
Wow!
No one's thought to... Yeah.
Yeah.
So nobody named their track ever Merry Christmas. And so this is the Elton John, Ed Sheeran. It's just a clip because I guess the song comes out, on Friday?
Friday,
Is that when it comes out? Sounds like Christmas, right?
It totally sounds like Christmas.
Can you play that again? So are they singing together, or is that just Elton?
That part, to me, sounds just Elton John.
Like they're not singing together,
I
right?
assume maybe at some point you'll hear Ed Sheeran. Maybe at some point the two of them share the track.
It's the two of them, right? That's Elton. That's Elton.
Yeah. Like, this is still Elton John.
But I think at the beginning, it's the two of them.
Come on. Oh, yeah, it is.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You know what? It sounds like an Elton John song.
Yeah.
It also sounds like an Ed Sheeran song.
Thank you.
So it doesn't deviate whatsoever from what we know either of them for.
Yeah. No, I really like it. So that's Merry Christmas, Elton John, and Ed Sheeran comes out Friday.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Kim, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. So what's on your mind today?
I miss my life before kids.
Oh, wow. You wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. Being a parent is very hard. I don't say this out loud very often for fear of what people will think, but I don't enjoy being a parent. I grieve my old life before kids. The parent lifestyle is overwhelming, and I want to appreciate it more as I am lucky to have 2 healthy kids. How do I accept my life with kids in a more positive way and not grieve my old life? Wow.
Damn, that is a lot. So have you talked to anybody else about this? Like your partner or anybody?
Yeah, just my husband.
Okay. And what does he say, or how does he feel?
He understands. I mean, he's more positive about having kids, so
he always wanted kids. I was kind of on the fence.
Yeah.
But I don't say it to anybody else because it just doesn't feel right to say it out loud.
Have you talked to somebody to figure out maybe if you're dealing with or have been dealing with some sort of long-term kind of postnatal depression? Have you talked to anybody?
I have that, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, like I was diagnosed when I had my kids, so.
Okay.
When you had your first or your second?
My first.
Okay.
And how are you managing that?
When I had my first, my daughter, it was quite bad. And then I was in denial. But after my second, I got it again, but it was less. So then I went on medication. And it's been better with the medication.
Do you have anybody to talk to?
I do, yeah.
So you see a therapist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how do you find that? Helpful?
Oh, yeah. I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
And you still feel like the exact same way, or have feelings changed at all to what your life looks like now?
I think that's the thing. It depends. I grieve my old life. Like I just miss the freedom and the less responsibility and all that.
Do you miss being alone? Like when you say you miss your old life, are we talking not only pre-kids, but like pre-relationship?
No, just pre-kids.
Okay, so you miss that time with your husband and the feeling of not having no responsibilities, but having less responsibilities, waking up whenever you want, going out wherever you want, whatever time, not having to worry about, really not having to worry about time or any type of restrictions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you honest with your therapist?
Yeah, I think I am, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
No, because I'll tell you why. Because people tend to, at times, perform, right? And at times you tend to not want to be judged. So you hold back and then you will leave the office. You're like, God, why didn't I just say what I was feeling? Oh, it's because you don't want to be judged, right? You wanted to think that you wanted to think that you're making progress. You wanted to think that you're doing a good job because those sort of little moments of praise while you're in there sort of get you through the rest of your day. And if you feel that you've created a mountain that is just too high to climb, then what's the point on going to therapy when you're going to leave feeling worse than you did when you walked in, right?
Right.
So I think that the big thing that you have to do is continue to talk to somebody professional and commit to absolute honesty. Because nobody wants to be judged. And you saying that you have two kids, that you love your kids, but you really, really, really miss your life before kids. This is all stuff that somebody can help you out with. Mm-hmm. You just need to be honest.
Is this something, Kim, that you think about? Like, does this consume your day? Are you always throughout the day, even when you're with your kids and you're supposed to be focused on being with your kids or focused on being with your family? Is this like the thing that is on your mind all the time?
No, it's mostly just when we have like bad days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I also feeling isolated is the hardest part when dealing with any of this stuff. And I think that you would benefit from surrounding yourself or finding people that you can have these conversations with, because I guarantee you that you are not the only mom who feels this way, okay? And I know that these are all things that you don't want to even say out loud because you feel like a horrible person, but you are not alone. You are absolutely not alone. And actually having these conversations and reaching out and, being honest with your therapist, there's no shame in this. What you are is you need to look at this as something other than that, actually the exact opposite of that. And you need to look at what you're doing when you're putting in this work and you're sort of cracking yourself open and you're being that honesty. What you're actually becoming to the people around you is an example, and a positive example at that.
Hey, Kim, did a lot of these feelings kind of amp up when COVID hit and like everybody was stuck at home all the time?
No, because my life didn't really change with COVID. I still had to go to work. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I think Roz is right, though. I think you need to continue speaking to someone and be 100% honest with your feelings.
Yeah.
And give yourself a day off. I mean, I know that sounds crazy and there is no actual day off from being a mom. We all understand that, but you know what we're saying. Figure out what the thing is that you want to do. Give yourself a little bit of that thing that you miss, that you're grieving. Your husband can help you out with this. You have people in your life that can help you out with this, and do it. And do it. Don't deprive yourself of things that actually make you happy, because if you're unhappy, you're no good to anyone. And you don't have to be happy all the time, but if you're down, if you are in a place of where you feel lost, you got to go find yourself.
Okay.
Okay?
Does that help a little bit, Kim?
It does. Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay, no worries. Sending you lots of love. You have a good day.
Thank you too.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
I want to play you this clip in a second, of John Travolta's daughter, Ella, who is now a singer. And she's not bad. But we have to have a much larger conversation about whisper pop real quick.
Okay.
And a lot of people trace whisper pop. You know what I mean by whisper pop, like Billie Eilish kind of thing? Whisper pop. A lot of people sort of trace that back to sort of modern whisper pop, back to Amy Winehouse as like the sort of first one of that sort of new generation to start doing whisper pop. But it's also there's an accent that young pop stars tend to use, and it's not a sort of like, you can't tell where the accent is from. It's just a way that they pronounce words. It's like when Camila Cabello said Christmas.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's like they don't say good, they say goid.
Good.
Good. Right?
Okay,
you know what I mean? Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's go through some whisper pop first. And one of the curator for, I think it was Pandora, had said that one of the reasons why whisper pop has become so popular and may not be a fad, but may be a thing that sticks around for much longer than we may anticipate, is because the amount of people that listen to music now on headphones. And they're saying that it's a much more intimate experience when you get one of these pop stars that does a whisper song the same way that ASMR took off.
That's what I was going to say.
It's basically the musical version of ASMR, which is whisper pop provides a different sensory experience to the brain that other music does not, and it may be its actual own thing. So
that's why it sounds so good.
Here's Billie Eilish. We know this. Number 1, right? Very whispery.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, if you would, is Melanie Martinez.
Hey girl, open the walls.
She has that pronunciation as well.
Be a perfect family.
You know this one. Number 3 is Jessie Reyes.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Jessie.
I gave you right today, and you gave me games.
Right? Gave me games.
Figures.
Right? It's an accent that they use. Lord Royals.
Oh, great song.
Flesh.
I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movie.
A lot of people's favorite, number 5, Lana Del Rey.
Oh, great voice.
I miss Long Beach and I.
But again, whisper, right? Not bad. Like, I'm not criticizing. Just saying, it's like a whole thing. And number 6, the woman who writes everything that you love, Julia Michaels.
I'm jealous. I'm overzealous.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Absolutely,
With that
Julia
accent.
Michaels.
Like, they
Yes.
all sound the same. Like, they all sound the same. And the other thing that they say is part of the reason why that this is so popular is because people now, kids can record songs at home in their bedrooms, right? One, their parents are sleeping, so they don't want to be too loud. But kids can record songs, and they don't have to be a great singer when there's a genre that sort of caters to people who may not be the greatest singers.
Sure.
And you can take something that you do in your room and actually turn it into a Billboard hit, right? But so here's John Travolta's daughter, and you tell me if this, like, never heard this girl before, have no idea if she's trained or anything else, but when you want to be a singer, you look at, like, everything we just played, and you're like, I can fit into that world. So listen to Ella Travolta here.
Ain't no sunshine when you're gone. Guess Bill was right when he wrote that song. I know that she's your light now. And I laugh so hard when you make fun of me, though I can't make
Sounds
you
like everybody.
Exactly.
Like, it sounds exactly like everyone.
But I forget, get a little bit dizzy, a little bit.
Right.
Like, if you played this for me and didn't tell me it's John Travolta's daughter,
Yeah.
I would have said it's Julia Michaels.
Right. Or I would have said it's Billie Eilish, or I would have said it's somebody else.
Sure.
right?
Lord.
Jesse
Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey. But I'm not criticizing. I don't want people to think I'm criticizing
She sounds good.
because I actually quite like that style. I don't mind that sort of breathy, wispy sort of
She
version
really
of singing.
emphasizes the letter S in some of
Yes.
her words.
Yes.
Ain't no sunshine when you're gone. Guess Bill was right when he wrote that song. I know that.
Or maybe it's just the way she's recording it. Yeah, number one in my mind is Julia Michaels.
Love so hard when you make fun of me, though I can't.
I
make
like
you
this though. Like I would
happy.
listen to this.
And I know that, yeah. But I get a little bit.
Yeah,
Right?
it sounds good.
Yeah.
She sounds all right.
Yeah, and in pop music, you've never had to be a good singer to be famous. Nobody ever saw Janet Jackson sing a song live on a stage.
Well, because Janet Jackson, part of the experience is the theatrics, is the show, the actual show, is the dancing, the choreography, all that
You've
stuff.
never had to be a great singer to be a great pop star, right? But I like this. I would buy the Travolta Kids music.
Yeah, that's good. What's her name again?
Ella.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, man, did you see that picture of Jimmy Kimmel?
No.
Oh.
What happened?
So I guess he was outside. Like it looks behind him like he's got some sort of pizza oven or something like that. But he was cooking Thanksgiving dinner, I guess.
Yeah.
Outside, and he went to light whatever he was going to use to cook, and he like singed all of his hair and his eyebrows and his arm. And yeah, go to his Instagram and look at this picture because the headline was Jimmy Kimmel singes off his eyebrows, but when you look at his bangs, it looks like they're melted together.
Hold on, let me look at this.
Like I don't know what his hair's going to look. He's going to be bald when he comes back and do the TV show.
No. Hey, you know what the worst? I mean, that's really bad. But burnt hair,
Yeah,
it smells so bad.
yeah. It's the only thing that smells like that too. There's nothing else that smells like
you can't
burnt hair.
compare it to
No.
anything.
No. Look at his bangs
man.
though.
Oh no, it's
So
crispy.
crispy,
Like extra crispy.
crispy.
Damn.
Right? Like it, and I don't know whether do you think that like it can't be like a toupee or something like that because
that's real.
because that's melted. Like his hair is melted together. Like imagine you know what it's okay. I'll describe it for anybody right now. Okay, so his bangs look like when you put cheese on a like cookie sheet and it goes in the oven. Like if it falls off, whatever you're putting cheese on, and it's like that, just flat and crispy when it comes out. That's what
And
his
stuck
bangs
together
look
still.
like, hanging down in front of his face.
Oh.
So I don't know what he did, man.
No, but because it was American Thanksgiving yesterday, I did see a lot of like compilation. You sent a hilarious compilation video of people trying to
deep frying
frying
turkey.
their turkeys, and they're just like blowing things up
Yeah, because the problem. So do you know why that happens?
because it's too much oil.
No, it's not because there's too much oil. Oftentimes, what winds up happening is because the turkey is still wet.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like you ever drop you ever been cooking with oil and then you drop a little bit of water in it?
Oh, yeah.
A tiny little bit of water just like starts
Sparks.
shooting up everywhere,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's because the turkeys aren't completely dry. And so you put something wet in something hot. Like, shut up, Maury. I'm talking about turkey, man, you jackass. Okay. And then you get flames, like massive flames. But yeah, the amount of people that deep fry turkey, because you can buy those things at Walmart in the States where it's a big giant cauldron and it sits on top of an open flame burner. And you put like 5 gallons of oil in this container.
And one little drop sparks everything.
Yes.
Blows up.
Yes. Yeah. And then they deep fry the turkey.
So Kimmel was trying to. He wasn't doing that.
No,
he was putting.
He said lighting an oven in his lighting it, but
like in his outdoor kitchen or something.
Yeah. But I guess maybe he was deep frying. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But his turkey looks beautiful. Like if you go to the picture of his turkey, it's absolutely beautiful.
It looks like it's cooked perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just looking like the skin on that turkey.
I know.
Must taste so good.
So
You dip
good.
that joint in some gravy.
He smoked the turkey too.
Yeah.
Right?
Smoked his hair too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We are so used to hearing Kanye just ramble when he does these long interviews and he just like goes off and it's just like stream of consciousness. And It is very, very rare that you get a Kanye who is in this sort of perfect mindset where he is funny and he is making complete sense and he is charming and self-aware.
Kanye West here?
Bro, I'm telling you right now. So Kanye released a Thanksgiving message on social media. Like a sort of like I'm thankful for kind of thing. And it is so, one, it's wonderful to hear. But two, it's so unusual because everything that we've heard from Kanye over the years has not been this. It has been the exact opposite of this. So here, let me play this for you now. And it's long. We could stop it. We can start it. But it's really worth listening to. Listen to this.
Okay, hit me.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. West Side. Kanye West. Conway West Side. You never noticed that, did you? Hello, my name is Jay, and this is my super long Thanksgiving prayer. On this Thanksgiving, I'm so thankful for family, my blood family, my fans, and our haters. We love you too. On Thanksgiving, on Christmas morning, not the night before or the day, just the morning. We're thankful for our current civilization of 8 billion people, our ancestors, and our children. I'm writing this prayer on my way back from taking my mini-me to his first football game. Saint got to play catch with Tom Brady before the game. This is a God's dream. My mini-me is a mix of two of my favorite things, me and my wife's face. All I think about every day is how I get my family back together and how I heal the pain that I've caused. I take accountability for my actions. New word alert, misactions. The one thing that all my successes and failures have in common is me.
So
let's start with A, alcohol.
So it's at this part where he starts listing all the things that he wants to change about himself and the ways that he's sort of working on himself.
Yeah.
And number one was alcohol, which I didn't really know that Kanye had an alcohol problem.
Me neither.
But here we go.
I would drink to take the stress away, to knock the edge off. Drinking affected my health and the health of people around me because I already had a hair-trigger temper, and this just heightened it. B, episodes. I went into a manic episode in 2016, and I was placed under heavy medication. Since then, I went on and off the medication, which left me susceptible to other episodes, which my wife and family and fans have had to endure. Ego. My ego has a tendency to go past the threshold of being motivating and entertaining to just being overbearing. There are ways to show confidence without arrogance. Temper. Now, I know none of y'all would ever picture this, but sometimes I scream. And that screaming might have helped me tell off everyone who doubted me in music, but that screaming did not help me keep my family together.
Wow, huh?
Religion.
Damn. Isn't that crazy?
Self-righteous.
So this is on. He put this on Instagram, and it's beautifully shot. Like it's when you're not seeing Kanye through all of this. So what it is, it's just a big giant warehouse scene, dark warehouse with one ray of light coming through the ceiling, and then a choir in there, and the camera just sort of moves around as a choir is singing, and then it's just Kanye's voice over top of that with text across the screen. And then within this, he goes into talking about how wearing the MAGA hat affected his family and his relationship with Kim. Like it's 5 minutes, right?
So is this like the new Kanye?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't.
Is this his way? Because we know how he feels about his wife, Kim Kardashian, and wanting to get back. So I wonder if this is like one of those steps that he's taking almost to show her, like, look, I've recognized where I went wrong or where people perceive that I went wrong. And here's what I'm doing. These are the steps I'm taking to be a better person because I still want to be in your life.
Yeah. Here, let me play this one real quick part for you.
Yeah, please do.
Good Lord, my wife did not like me wearing the red hat. Being a good wife, she just wanted to protect me and our family. I made me and our family a target by not aligning with Hollywood's political stance, and that was hard for our marriage. Then I ran for president without proper preparation and no allies on either side. I embarrassed my wife in the way that I presented information about our family during the one, and thank God, only press conference.
Wow.
Right?
Listen, Kanye, don't make me a fool for saying this.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to hear that these words that you're speaking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm starting to believe because I'm such a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
Don't make me a fool for believing in you again.
Yeah. This is great, though. I mean,
I love it. Absolutely
He sounds like he's
love
on the right. He's got the right people around him. It sounds like he's on the
Yeah.
right medication. His head's in the right spot. I haven't heard Kanye like this in, I don't even know, like almost a decade?
Yeah.
Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
On Saved by the Bell, the reboot, they did their sort of tribute to Dustin Diamond, a.k.a. Screech.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this first. So in the original Saved by the Bell,
Yeah.
okay, Mr. Belding.
Yeah.
Remember Mr. Belding?
Of course,
So
principal.
so in the original Saved by the Bell, Mr. Belding, when that show started, was 38.
No, he was
Yeah.
not.
Now in the reboot of Saved by the Bell, Mario Lopez is 48. Do you remember how old Mr. Belding looked?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 38.
Only 38?
Yeah, you know how good Mario Lopez looks? He's 48.
Bravo, sir. Yo.
Right?
Bravo.
Right?
Pilates and Bowflex, you know what I'm saying?
It is, yes. So they did their tribute to it to Dustin Diamond and
Because it was the season premiere. It was yesterday.
Yeah, and it's sort of a weird thing because I know that we've talked to Lark Voorhees, and there was a lot going on when this show first debuted as the reboot. Where when we talked to Lark Voorhees, she wasn't invited to take
No,
part,
not
and
at
then
all.
eventually they came around, and she made it seem like Dustin Diamond had interest in it, but it was all about the money. But I don't know if Dustin Diamond was a problematic guy.
Yeah.
Right. He had a problematic relationship with that show and a problematic life, and I just don't think that he was right for it. And then the actual showrunner for the show, when they were talking about with the tribute that they were going to do to Dustin Diamond, was talking about the difficulty because so much of Screech was just the butt of every joke, and you can't play a highlight reel of that, right? Like it doesn't look good when what you're paying tribute to is everybody just sort of picking on him or him playing the fool. So they do this scene in the Max yesterday on the show, and here's that scene.
Hope you're hungry. You guys are the first to try the newest addition to the Max menu. Screech's Spaghetti Burger.
Oh.
Kevin? Hey.
Kevin's there, the robot.
You look amazing.
Thank you. I've had some work done.
Haven't we all?
You know, it's a little weird, but great.
Kind of like Screech.
You guys remember the time that he got struck by lightning and was psychic for a week?
And then you used his powers to cheat on a midterm?
Yeah. Why didn't we go to like Vegas or stop the Gulf War?
And you know, I'm still mad that little dweeb beat me at becoming Miss Bayside.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
To Screech.
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 Okay.
Right?
So they don't explain. They don't say.
They don't say how he died. But remember when season one started,
one.
he was on the International Space Station with the robot. So the robot's now back, and
Screech isn't.
And Screech isn't. So
you
no
have
word.
to assume that something happened in space or on the return.
So who knows?
Back to Earth.
Who knows?
right?
But that was the tribute to Dustin Diamond, aka Screech, on Saved by the Bell.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
November's over.
Hello, Maury.
I just said this is December 1st.
I know, but Movember's over.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
you shaved, huh?
I know. I reached my goal for the first time.
Which is what?
$500.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good for you. Is that the
Right?
most you've ever had?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. I
Right?
thought that was good.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So now I'm back to normal. My husband can finally kiss me.
Have you not kissed your husband in a month?
We
Is that
never
the deal
kiss in
at home?
November.
You don't no kiss November. What are those? What are those dumb things that people do? Like,
There's one that we can't say on the radio.
what is it?
It's no.
Wait, what is it?
Can I write? Do you want me to write it?
Yeah, write it down for me,
Okay,
please.
hold on, let me turn
because
on the microphone.
because what is the dry one? What's the one you don't drink? When's that?
January, right?
Dry January or no?
There's
No.
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 Turn off the microphone.
Okay. Oh, I got you now.
Maury's been that way for years.
For years. That's better part of a decade. I would
Anything
say.
for men's
Yeah.
health.
What What is it?
Dry January.
Dry January. But there's one in October and November. There's one in October, though.
People do a dry whatever month they pick.
I know, but there's a specific one for October. It rhymes. Like it's a no whatever October kind of thing, right? Find the October one for me, because I think that's
no
booze, too.
Schmocktober in October?
What's that?
No Schmocktober in October?
Yeah, yeah, I guess Schmocktober, right? We're celebrating. If you said we're celebrating Schmocktober, people wouldn't even question it. They'd be like, oh, yeah, maybe I should be celebrating Schmocktober.
I'll put it on my calendar.
Not even ask what we're doing. What do I have to abstain from in Schmocktober? So no kissing during November because of the mustache for November,
that's how
right?
invested I am in this. I will not, my husband will not kiss me because I look too much like my dad.
But do you find it at all, like, problematic? Like, how much?
Not to kiss?
No, but like, I'm just saying, do you guys go from constantly kissing to a full month of no kissing? Like what? How big is the change?
We kiss. No, it's not. It's a very small change.
Okay.
So, like, when you get home, because Matthew's still working from home. Matthew's still working from home. When you get home, do you ever just like walk into the office and be like,
no, because when I get home, he's on his daily Zoom.
And then, like, give him a kiss? Or even, like, when he's done, like, as soon as you get a moment where he's not on his computer in front of other people on Zoom, you walk over and, like, mwah, what's up?
Because when he's done his Zoom, I try and go in and talk, and he's like, I am working.
Okay. So when do you, like, if you were to kiss?
I'll kiss him sometime if...
Kiss him sometime when?
I'll sometimes kiss him if he's sleeping on the couch. I'll kiss his forehead.
When he's not even awake?
Wow.
Well, you got to... Wow.
Like a psychopath.
So wait a second here. Okay, so wait a second.
Wow,
Wait a second.
later. See you later.
Yeah. But do you kiss his mouth or some other part of him?
No, his forehead.
His forehead. Okay,
Well, what
cool.
about his
That's
lips?
sweet, though.
No, his lips are usually birthdays and Christmas.
Wow.
Okay.
So you're coming up end of the month.
Wow.
And then in August.
Okay.
And there's like a gift involved.
Yeah. So it's a thank you kiss, basically, right?
Absolutely.
So you have to give a gift.
Okay.
Oh, and from time to time, I'll kiss his neck if he's in the kitchen.
Right. Just like from behind kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Right?
When I cloak him.
Okay,
I
real
gotcha.
talk.
That's
Damnit Maurie.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you and Damnit Matthew kissed
poor
using
Matthew.
tongue?
Oh,
Like, when was the last time you guys French kissed?
Before the pandemic, because we're in a global pandemic.
He's got you so wound, huh?
That's why we don't wear our wedding rings, because we're in a global pandemic.
Dog.
Coronavirus is the greatest thing that ever happened to Matthew.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
All right, Magda, what's on your mind? Why are you joining us for Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life?
Oh, Mocha, sometimes I really, really need to pee, but have nowhere to go while doing my job.
So you say, hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I'm a streetcar operator, and sometimes we urgently need to use the restroom while en route. Of course you would. I go to many restaurants or stores, and they all declined or refused to let me use the washroom, and it was very frustrating. I tried everything. Plus, I'm wearing my transit uniform, so they can clearly see I'm not making it up. This happens all the time, and it really sucks. What should I be saying? How should I act to try to get access to the bathroom? So how bad is it? Like, what's the worst that's happened when you tried to ask somebody to use their restroom?
They always say that, I understand it's COVID situation right now and everyone needs to be careful about it, but we sometimes end up driving for 3 hours straight.
Right.
As polite as possible, you ask them, but they always decline.
People have been trying to change the actual laws of this, where you won't be allowed to deny somebody the right to use a public washroom, even if it is inside a restaurant or inside a business. Or
I think Starbucks recently, like within the past 2-3 years, had said that anyone that goes in, even if you're not a paying customer,
right,
no problem, you can use the washroom.
Right. Yeah. And I believe that is the case. So tell us what happened when you went to the drugstore.
I actually went inside. I asked the cashier, I said, could you please allow me to use the washroom? I'm a streetcar operator. I pointed out the streetcar where I parked it. And she said, no, she can't. And I thought she's declining because she's not in authority.
Yeah.
So I said, do you think you can ask a manager? And then she said, she doesn't have a manager on site. And then she said, just go to the pharmacist. So I went to the pharmacy and I asked the pharmacist there. And then she actually allowed me to use the washroom. She
directed me to the washroom and told me what I need to do. She said, push the door and go in.
Oh, that's nice.
So as I approached the washroom, the manager, who appeared from nowhere, pulled a merchandise shelf and blocked the door in my way.
What? Okay. Here's my take on this. And again, what you say to somebody, I don't know, but there are things to me, okay, that keep a big city moving. And in order to keep a big city moving, certain things need to be agreed upon by the people who keep cities moving, okay? Absolutely. So what I'm saying is that when somebody's on the job, like you're on the job, okay, I don't care what your business is, whether you're a restaurant, a coffee shop, a pharmacy, or whatever it is. I think that if somebody who is parking their streetcar on the street right in front of your business runs in and says, can I use your restroom? Should be an absolute yes. Mm-hmm. They keep the city going, okay? You keep the city going. It's just like when I see somebody on, like, there's a road. If I'm, like, driving, okay? And it's a time of day that's not inconvenient for anyone, and it's not massive traffic or whatever it is. If I see, like, a courier truck just sort of parked on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they're dropping off a package, but as soon as they park, somebody jumps out of their car to give them a ticket. To me, that's a foul, right?
That's not cool.
Okay, there's things that keep a city moving. You are part of that thing that keeps a city moving. People who are on this kind of job and you do what you do or do what they do, y'all have to work together. And I don't know how we get people to understand that.
This may seem like the dumbest thing. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a suggestion. Could you, like, make friends with some of the people who own these, like, coffee shops or the drugstore or wherever along your route so that they know that when they see you or when you approach, like, you're going in there, you're legit. You're just going in there to use their washroom. Or maybe have a conversation with them beforehand, being like, my name is Magda. I drive the streetcar around here a couple days a week. Sometimes I really need to use a washroom. Can you help me out if I ever come in?
So it is manageable that way when we are on our regular route.
Yeah.
And because once you have washroom on both ends for the operators, and then if it happened that you need it while you're in the middle of the road, we do know that people, when I'm on my road, right? Like the usual direction I take daily.
What does the company say? Like, what's their advice? Like, obviously, people have been doing this for years. Like, what do the people who did this before you do?
So the same. They will go to the nearest washroom and try to use it. We expect people to understand. As you said, Roz, we move the city, right?
Yeah, man.
So we expect people to say, okay, go ahead, but, like, try not to do it again kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I think Mocha sort of hit it, which is if you can, I think that the only sort of way that you can normalize this is to make it normal and just build a routine if you can and try and go to the same places, all the time. I think that may be the only way and just completely avoid the places. Or if you get denied, walk out, be polite. You're in the uniform. You don't want to make a scene. But I think when you're done, at the end of the day, I think you can call the business, talk to the manager, have a, sort of level-headed conversation with them and say, hey, listen, I came in, I'm in uniform, I'm a TTC driver, and, I had to go, and I was, like, shut down. I'm just asking for a little courtesy on this. It's difficult. I'm in, I'm out, and if we can make this work in the future, or if you can somehow maybe change your policies, me and a whole bunch of other drivers would greatly appreciate it. And I think that if you reason with people, maybe not in the moment, I think it may serve you well.
That's a great suggestion. Thank you so much.
There you go, Magda. Hope that helped.
You guys are amazing. You did help me before when I was applying for this particular job.
Oh, nice.
And your advice helped me a lot. So thank you so much. And I'm going to carry on with this advice as well. I do want to give a shout out for my friend Melissa, who introduced me to your show, and I'm ever since hooked.
Oh, sick.
There you go.
That's amazing.
We appreciate that.
Thank you,
awesome.
Magda. Sending you so much love.
You guys not going to ask me who's my favorite?
I was going to.
There we go.
Before we let you go, Magda, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Mocha. I have to say Mocha.
Okay, cool.
Roz, I love your voice. I promise. I love your voice.
It's because she knows if she ever pulled up in front of your place, you wouldn't let her in to use the bathroom.
Well, you may love my voice, but I'm secretly judging you for having a super weak bladder. So anyway.
Oh, my God.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Hello, Roz and Mocha.
Hi, guys. This is Claudia.
What's up, Claudia?
I just wanted to call in because I've been binging the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering why every time somebody has a chance to do Let's Do the News, why do they mess it up? Like, if you're listening to the show every day and you hear it done all the time,
yes,
why don't they do it right?
I don't have an answer for that. And I ask the same thing all the time. It's not like we go out looking for people to do it. People call up specifically wanting to introduce the news. And I'm still blown away by the half-assery that we get from a lot of people who listen to the show.
I think people just get confused. But the confidence in your voice right now, Claudia, says to us that you know how to do this flawlessly.
I believe that I do.
Go ahead. Stage is yours.
All right. Mocha, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it now!
Pretty good, but it's usually, hey, Mocha, are you ready?
Yeah, it's
You want more energy on the hey, Mocha?
Yeah.
Done. All right. Hey, Mocha!
Yeah!
Are you ready?
Yeah!
Let's do the news!
Okay, I like that.
That's probably the best one we've ever had.
And now
Oh my God, that makes me so happy.
at the risk of Mocha having to bleep this, I'm going to speak from my heart here, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is Claudia. That was great throat.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Because
that's such a great compliment coming from you.
Thank you. Because I think that is where a lot of people fail, is that in order to do it right, you got to go deep in the throat.
If I lose my voice, it is worth it.
Thank you.
Love you, Claudia.
Oh, wait, can you ask me?
All right, so you want us to ask you the question?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's make this quick because we got to get to the news. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
Thank you. I can't tell you right now. My legs were just shaking and my head was in my hand because I'm like, if after all of that, man, if you say Mocha, I'm hanging up on you.
I've been waiting forever to tell you you're my favorite. Mocha, I love you too, but Roz, hands down, no question. Roz every day.
You are the best.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Well, here we go again. A new coronavirus variant has been detected in South Africa that scientists say is a concern because of its high number of mutations and rapid spread among young people. Heavily mutated is what they're calling the B11529 variant. Not as cool as Delta. They'll give that a new name soon, I imagine. That's been recently detected in Botswana and South Africa. This version has over 50 mutations before today. There seem to be only 10 confirmed cases of this variant, 3 in Botswana, 6 in South Africa, and 1 person in Hong Kong who had just returned from South Africa. However, the B11529 variant seems to have spread much farther than initially thought. The Israeli health minister says that it has now detected the country's first case of the new coronavirus variant in a traveler who returned from Malawi. The Israeli health minister said in a statement today that the traveler and 2 other suspected cases have been placed in isolation.
Great.
And it said that all travelers had already previously been vaccinated.
Great.
Bryan Adams went on social media yesterday and said this. Here I am, just arrived in Milan, and I've tested positive for COVID-19 for the second time in a month. Because if you remember, Bryan Adams was supposed to do the Tina Turner tribute at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony on October 30th and had to back out of it because both he and I think John Bon Jovi tested positive for COVID. So now I guess he did his 2-week quarantine and then went somewhere, who knows, and now Bryan Adams has tested positive again for coronavirus twice in the same month. Bryan Adams also fully vaccinated. So
and where is he? In Italy?
He's in Italy right now.
Oh, and now he got a quarantine.
Yeah.
Beautiful place like Italy. Can't go outside and look around.
No, Milan.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
so that's what's going on there.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Madonna is blasting Instagram. She's calling him out for censoring a picture of that she posted where a, quote, small portion of her nipple was seen. She says, I'm reposting photographs that Instagram took down without warning or notification. The reason they gave my management that does not handle my account was that a small portion of my nipple was exposed. It is still astounding to me that we live in a culture that allows every inch of a woman's body to be shown except a nipple. as if that's the only part of a woman's anatomy that could be sexualized. The nipple that nourishes the baby, can't a man's nipple be experienced as erotic? And what about a woman's ace, which is not censored
Because one
anywhere?
of the photos in the carousel that she posted was her like half under the bed with her ace showing.
Yeah.
I might be the only one. I love when she does these photos. I find them so
Yeah.
artsy and she has like an incredible body.
The butt implants are a little disconcerting though. Like they,
I looked at that butt photo and I didn't see
Yeah.
implants.
Oh wow, you didn't?
I saw like a muscular
It's
butt.
I thought it was like fake. Like I thought it was because the
I thought
only
it was
one I saw.
real.
Have you seen the picture?
No.
Okay. Hold on, for God's sake. Now I got to show
Mocha's
Mocha.
looking at us.
Okay, I know.
Listen, man,
okay,
I got no time for
the
Madonna
Only, okay,
on
so
my- on my
the only picture,
timeline.
the only picture I saw was the picture of Madonna under the bed with the butt, right? And
Okay.
and when I saw that picture,
You mean in the covers, not like legit?
No,
under the bed?
on the floor.
under
on the
the bed.
floor?
Yes, yes. So
Wait, she lose the contact?
So it's legs sticking out.
You looking for it?
That's
I think it's under here somewhere.
Here.
yeah. Do you have it? So, and the butt implants just
Hold
look
on a
so
second.
unnatural that I thought it was fake. Like I thought it was a dummy, right?
Wait, it looks good.
This looks like she was murdered and somebody
Right.
tried to
Hide her under the bed.
her under the
Yeah.
bed.
I know, but look at those
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah, but look at the butt though, right? Like that's why you understand why I didn't know if one didn't know it was Madonna. There's the only picture I saw, and it looked like a
Yo, we have this carpet at home.
like a mannequin. Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This is a
that's
stupid picture.
that-
What's wrong with you, Madonna?
You know what's so you know what's
I
so
find
funny?
those photos so fun.
You know what's so funny, Mocha? That I like if I showed a picture of a half naked Madonna in a bedroom looking sultry, and somebody in this room said, "Hey, I got that carpet at home," I would have thought that would have been Maury.
I immediately looked at her butt.
No, honestly, it's because I just don't care about Madonna.
Right, fair enough. But I agree with her. I mean, but this has been Madonna for forever. I mean, but this is also what she gets criticized for. People accuse her of not aging gracefully and sort of leaning too hard into this. And, you know, the world has changed. She needs to change. But, you know, censorship, sexism, ageism, misogyny.
she's not the first person.
Madonna's been through it all. And,
but she's bored.
That's exactly it. I'm in the house bored. I'm bored in the house, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm still all for Madonna being Madonna and always will be.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kanye West Sunday Service Choir performed a version of Adele's Easy on Me while remembering Virgil Abloh, the brilliant designer for Louis Vuitton. And across the screen during this on Sunday service, it was read in loving memory of Virgil Abloh, the creative director of Donda. And he had been battling cancer privately for years. He was 41.
Damn.
Beautiful, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So I guess
great.
he worked with Kanye on Donda, and they had built. I'm sure they had a relationship before, but during that project as well. But yeah, one of these stories. Nobody knew he had been battling cancer. 41 is so young. My God, but brilliant and gone far too soon.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tom Ford went to see House of Gucci and didn't like it. So he wrote a review for Airmail News, and he says, I survived a screening of the 2-hour, 37-minute film, and it's, well, I'm still not quite sure exactly what it is, but somehow I felt as though I had lived through a hurricane when I left the theater. Was it farce or a gripping tale of greed? I often laughed out loud, but was I supposed to? And then he goes on to talk about Jared Leto and Al Pacino, saying at times when Al Pacino as Aldo Gucci and Jared Leto as Aldo's son Pablo were on screen, I was not completely sure what I was watching. Was it a Saturday Night Live version of this tale? Both performers are given license to be absolute hams and not in the prosciutto variety.
Mamma mia.
But he does have high praise for Lady Gaga, saying the true star of the film is Gaga. It is her film, and she steals the show. It's her film, and she goes on to say that even though her accent flips between Milan and Moscow, who cares? Her performance is spot on. Her face is a thing that one can't take one's eyes off. When she is on screen, she owns the frame.
Wow.
So, high praise for Gaga, but not so much for the rest of the movie.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Nicki Minaj. Now, so did Nicki get the vaccine then? Is that what we're led to believe? Because she seemed like she was sort of hesitant. Well, because Nicki Minaj was on set doing the reunion for Real Housewives of Potomac.
Oh, so she had to have got the...
Yeah, so I'm guessing she did.
She did her research.
Well, she said that she knew she was going to have to. If she ever wanted to tour again, you got to get the vaccine, right? So Nicki Minaj is...
right, because her cousin
with the huge nads, right? Yeah, her cousin's friend got the vaccine.
That's what it was.
And his testicles swole, right?
In Trinidad.
Yes, in Trinidad.
Oh, gosh.
That poor guy. And it's so much so that the health department in Trinidad had to try and track down this cousin with the misshapen nads, and they couldn't find the man. And then they had to they'd have a press conference to say that nobody in Trinidad has reported having swollen testicles from the vaccine because Nicki Minaj said so in a tweet. In a tweet.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Trinidadians everywhere. Mad.
Oh gosh. So Nicki Minaj on the reunion show for the Real Housewives of Potomac, and she goes in.
Ashley, first of all, I want to say I love seeing you with your boys, but to me, because you had just had a baby and you wanted to be home, rightfully so, with your babies, it seemed like you didn't have much of a storyline. So, is that why you were willing to be Giselle's sidekick and be shady to Wendy?
No.
You ain't like your breast milk down there to start some drama to be petty so you can get more camera time, Jeff.
No, Nikki, listen.
Are you gonna dispute that it seems like you left after you did it, Ashley? You didn't stay and hang out with us?
I think that she gave birth literally 2 weeks into filming. But she got work. She got work.
Whoa, Candy girl.
Okay, Nikki, you gotta watch this.
Nicki Minaj is ready to throw hands.
Nikki's such a fan, and that's why that stuff works so well.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, we in this country are failing at being fit.
What?
According to Participation, Canadian adults get an F grade for sedentary behavior after nearly 90% of those people surveyed said that they were relatively inactive for more than 9 hours a day in addition to sleep time.
Yo, COVID.
Well, what about it?
Well, it hit, and then everyone just stopped working out.
Yeah, but you don't need to go to a gym, though. And
No,
you
I
can
know.
go for a walk.
I'm just coming up with
You can
excuses.
go up and down your own stairs.
Yeah.
People just, it was convenient for people. And I think that people just needed a break from things. But while taking a break, we all got very out of shape.
Well, the problem also is that a lot of gyms have mirrors. And have you ever done a squat in front of a mirror? It's not fun looking at yourself.
Yeah, I imagine. The report gives adults a C when it comes to both total daily steps and moderate to vigorous physical activity like squatting in front of a mirror. Do you specifically squat in front of the mirror? Are you just well, let me ask you a question. I need to know this because this is how I picture you squatting in front of a mirror, okay? Okay.
I've always wanted Roz to picture me not doing this, though.
Okay, then don't bring it up. I picture Maurie squatting at the gym, right? But here's how I picture Maurie squatting at the gym. I picture Maurie squatting at the gym and seeing himself in the mirror. His back is to the mirror, and he's peeking over his own shoulder.
Oh, like a little peekaboo?
Yeah, that's how I think that you squat at the gym.
You're completely wrong.
Okay, good.
No, I was going to say, you're doing goblet squats and the mirrors are all around you.
What's a goblet squat?
Where you hold the weight as though it was like a chalice. You're holding it like this.
What's a chalice?
Like a big cup.
Stop using words I don't know, man. I know. Listen, I know I don't work out, right? But you don't have to
You know what a chalice is?
You don't have to make a fool out of me. No.
Yeah, a chalice.
What's a chalice?
Like a giant cup.
What do you mean?
That's got a big opening.
Like a big top.
A goblet.
No,
that's
our
why.
chalice.
That's why I started a goblet squat.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I know. Anyway, then moving on.
Hi, gym rats.
Like, yeah. Okay. You guys in your workout talk. Okay. I don't know what's going on here.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Colton Underwood series on Netflix drops on Friday. This is Coming Out Colton. Colton was the guy who was a bachelor. He went to the full cycle of The Bachelor. First he was on The Bachelorette. Then he was The Bachelor himself. Then he was with the girl that he picked, and then there was like a restraining order that she filed against him because he was tracking her whereabouts, all this stuff. And then he came out, and he was like, hey, I'm gay. And Netflix, during all of this process, was filming a documentary with him, and they released the trailer, and here's one part of that.
I didn't want to be gay, and the main voices in my head were just telling me, you'll get through this, you'll get through this. Never thought I was going to come out. I thought I was going to die with a secret. The reason I'm coming out is because I'm ashamed and I'm sort of mortified of what got me to this position in the first place. I put a poor girl through hell of my own insecurities.
Guess he filed a restraining order against you. You went off the rails.
I was starting to hurt other people outside of just myself.
You want to sit down and apologize to make yourself feel better. The best thing you can do is face up to what you've done and find out who the hell you are.
So I guess the other thing is that they started filming this like as he was coming out to people. So he hadn't even come out to his family yet. Is that the deal with this doc?
No.
Interesting.
Because a big part of the of the trailer is the lead up to him having a conversation with his brother saying, I need to tell dad.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you have that?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I backed myself into a corner running from who I am. I guess basically what I'm trying to tell you is I'm gay. It always hurt more when I heard coaches make comments or jokes. Were you ever worried about like the coaches?
Yeah, they're like father figures to me.
How am I supposed to be a football player and be gay? I still love you. You downloaded Grindr yet? Here, look. What do you want out of a relationship? Like an emotional connection, because I've never had an emotional connection with a man.
You're still a gay in training, it's okay.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Am I looking at someone too long?
Try and shed any expectation of what you're supposed to do and just be you.
Wow.
So it drops on Friday.
Drops on Friday.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The school shooter in Michigan yesterday, in Oxford, Michigan, 3 students were killed and 8 others were injured. The kids were in their classroom shooting videos. This was all going on. And what you're going to hear, it's difficult to hear, but visually what you're seeing is a group of kids in a classroom, lights off, all sort of huddled around together. There's one student in the classroom who's standing up, and he's the sort of louder voice that you hear in this. And what this is a video of is the shooter was outside the classroom pretending to be from the sheriff's office, trying to get the kids to exit the classroom. And they realize that it's not a sheriff and it's actually the shooter when the guy pretending to be a sheriff says, bro. Listen.
What?
Yeah, listen.
Sheriff's office. Safe to come out.
Yeah, it's safe to come out.
Now, we're not willing to take that risk right now. I can't hear you. We're not taking that risk right now. Okay, well, come to the door and look at my bag, bro.
No. Yeah, bro.
He said bro.
He said bro. Red flag.
So the guy at the door said, sheriff's office, it's safe to come out now. And then the kid in the class said, we're not willing to take that risk right now.
Smart move, kid.
And then the guy at the door said, it's safe to come out. Just come to the door and look at my badge, bro. Right?
Yeah, no police officer's going to say that.
And then all the kids jumped out the window. Ground floor, jumped out the window, ran to
My
another
heart,
part
I
of the
feel
school.
oh my God. I can't even imagine
15 years
the
old is
terror
the
that these kids had to go through.
is the gunman was 15.
But yo, bravo for that other kid who was like, I'm not willing to take that
man.
risk.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
in that state, you're like already panicked,
Yeah.
worried. And then to make that call.
Yeah, apparently
man.
the gunman did not put up any sort of fight when police arrived, and he is not talking. So he's lawyered up and has not, from what I understand, said anything to law enforcement.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We were talking about that show live in front of a studio audience where they're recreating like old school TV shows. Like they go from the old script and they're recreating classic TV shows that were taped live in front of a studio audience.
That's the one they're doing with Kevin Hart.
So Different Strokes is what they're doing with Kevin Hart, and Damon Wayans is going to play Willis, and Kevin Hart is going to play Arnold. But we also knew that they were doing the Facts of Life.
Yeah.
Right? So the Facts of Life is happening, and Gabrielle Union is going to play Tootie.
Oh, nice.
Catherine Hahn is going to play Joe. And Jennifer Aniston is going to play Blair.
Oh, stop it.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Rachel's going to be Blair.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that cast.
No, neither am I. Gabrielle Union, Catherine Hahn, Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Like, that's
sick.
great.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little bit more excited about that than I am for the Different Strokes.
Hold on. No, Kevin Hart as Arnold, though. I don't know if it gets better than that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Rover, which is the ninth, Rover.com is the world's largest online marketplace for loving pet care. And they have released their top 10 most popular names for dogs and cats.
Rex.
So you want to do boy dogs?
Sure.
Okay. Buddy at number 10, Loki at number 9, Rocky at number 8, Bruno at number 7, Simba at 6, Teddy at 5, Max at 4, Charlie at 3, Leo at 2.
Hey, that's my dog's name.
That's your dog.
Our second dog.
And Milo at 1. For the girl dogs, Rosie, Molly, Bailey, Lucy, Nala, Lola, Daisy, Coco, Bella, Luna. And then for the cats, the girl cats, Frankie, Cookie, Lucy, Coco, Lily, Daisy, Sophie, Bella, Lola, Luna. It's basically the same as dogs.
Wow.
And for the boy cats, Gus, Felix, Bear, Milo, Henry, Finn, Simba, Leo, Oscar, and Oliver. Oliver!
Didn't you say, because it's always funny when people give pets like
human names. That's my favorite. Yeah.
Right? Was it you that had a cat, or you knew somebody who had a cat named Dennis?
A friend of mine had a cat named Dennis. Yeah.
That's so
but I also like when people give their cats like first and last names, right? Like, and they throw like a Mr. in front
like
of it.
Mr. Dennis Smith?
Yeah, like Mr. Dennis Smith. Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What do you know about Omicron? What's your what do you know? So if I just ask you right now, what like your feelings towards it, what would you like? What do you have a handle on as a parent, as a person in this world, as a person who has access to information? What do you think? What are your feelings?
As a person who's double vaxxed, based on what I hear,
yes,
is just as bad as Delta, just as bad as regular COVID. Like, if I get it, I know I'm going to get sick. Hopefully, I'll recover. I think it's far worse if my child, who's 4 years old, unvaccinated, I worry for him. If he gets it, then I'm way more concerned. But I am my level of worry for Omicron is the same as Delta, is the same as COVID a year ago.
Okay. So, and again, they stress that it's still early on and you don't fully know and everything changes and nothing is set in stone and all this other stuff.
And mind you, I say that as being probably over paranoid when it comes to COVID.
Okay, so here's the I want to play this clip for you. You can play clip number 2 before we get to number 4. So this is Dr. Angelique Coetzee. She is a South African physician, one of the first doctors in South Africa who was treating Omicron patients, and one of the first to sort of get word out of this new variant of Omicron. And so here, play clip number 2 when talking about the symptoms and the severity so far of Omicron.
If we say patients they're not severely ill. So these patients means they don't need to be hospitalized for now. And we try to get the message out there to the world to say, listen, we're not saying this is not going to be a disease going forward that's going to cause severe disease. It will cause severe disease. But if we can get this disease, if this disease can cause to more than the majority of people mild symptoms, easily treatable at home, no need for admission. That's a first prize. But for us to tell this to the world, we need to tell you what the symptoms are so that the people can understand. If I feel a bit fatigued for a day or two, something not the fatigue that you use. This is a different type of fatigue with a bit of a scratchy throat and a bit of a body ache and pain and with a headache. We call it normally malaise. So I don't feel generally well. Go and see your doctor. And then we need to tell the doctors, you're not going to see a very sick patient sitting in front of you. Test the patient.
So what she's saying is that the actual symptoms of this are mild fatigue and a scratchy throat.
Okay.
And no loss of smell or taste. And when she was talking about how, Omicron could be everywhere, it's because the symptoms that they see are that of where people wouldn't even go to the doctor.
No, you just think you have a mild cold.
Because they don't even have the sort of telltale COVID symptoms that we're led to believe. And most of these patients that she was talking about that are vaccinated are just treated at home.
Yeah.
Right? Because the symptoms are so mild or completely asymptomatic. So here, play clip number 4 now, which is this was from CNN, by the way, this interview, in case you're wondering where we got it from, where they ask Dr. Coetzee to give her sort of interpretation of the world's reaction to this new variant.
So based on what you're telling me, with mild to moderate cases, with the vaccinated people who have it with very mild cases, what's your assessment of how the world has reacted to the news coming out of South Africa about the Omicron variant?
I think it was an overreaction. I do understand that there's a lot of mutation in this virus. I do understand that it might be much more fast spreading than the Delta variant. But if you look, I think what one needs to do, there's two types of, and people who are medical, in the medical field will maybe understand better what I'm trying to say here. So you get two types. You get the scientists, and we need the scientists. And it's important that we get the input from the scientists. But while the scientists wait and are busy doing their work in the background, unfortunately, the patient doesn't wait. The patient comes in. And you need to alert your doctors and say, listen, there's something happening. There's something going on. Look at it. See what you can do. So and then telling the world there's something out there and then being slammed by getting these, we call it the knee-jerk reaction of closing borders and everyone. And people say, yes, but I'm trying to protect my people. So then the question would be, how do you know it's not in your country yet?
Right.
Damn.
Also, COVID has a serious PR problem. So do you remember that stupid thing that was going around when Omicron came out and people were rearranging the letters and you can respell moronic with it? And everybody's
Somebody literally just texted that to us.
Yeah. And everybody was like, oh my God. So I saw one yesterday. Like, people who come up with the names for these, okay? Like, you have to think this stuff through because there's crazy people out there that do this kind of thing where they rearrange letters of a variant to respell moronic, because the one I saw yesterday is that if you take Delta and Omicron and you rearrange all those letters,
what do we get?
Media control.
Oh, stop it. You mean they all found out about us?
Okay, thank you. Like it's us. It's us.
They found out
what
it is we're trying to do?
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So your new Bachelor, and I haven't watched this season at all. Shem, have you been watching it all? So
I have.
So he got the new Bachelor is who? What's his name?
Clayton.
And what's your take on him?
Clayton got voted out like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
He's not one of the final 4 at all.
Isn't this the guy that they announced before this season even started?
A long time ago. So it's stunning.
He wasn't top 2?
He not top 2, not top 4, didn't go to hometowns, nothing. So it's
He didn't go to hometowns?
He did not go to hometowns. So it's super weird for a lot of fans who are wondering, why in the world is this guy the Bachelor?
If you rearrange the letters in his name, what does it spell? Sucker?
Media control. Moronic.
So anyway, here's a little. Do we have time to play it or no?
Yeah,
here's a little bit of the promo for Clayton's season of The Bachelor.
The Bachelor returns.
This is so cool.
I'm just a Midwest guy from Missouri that just wants to find love.
Here we go.
And I believe more than anything that my future wife is here. Wow, it chills.
You're fake, you're two-faced, I'm done.
Oh, damn.
I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. Keep my name out your
Oh!
Are you kidding? That girl will do whatever it takes.
Holy.
She it up for everybody.
Oh!
I'm done. It's over. I'm just so broken.
Oh, no! Oh, that is
Okay.
probably one of the best promos The Bachelor has ever done for an upcoming
tears
season.
on tears on tears.
Wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The world's loudest burp. The record has been broken. Whenever I see these stories trend, I always got to make sure it's not Catherine.
Yo, you're only calling out her name because you know she's she's
Listen,
not
you
listening.
You don't know. Okay?
She's not listening right now.
You don't know. No, that girl's a loud burper.
Is she?
A loud burper. Ferocious. Yeah. Not long, but loud. Right?
Really?
Yeah. She really.
Like short, like a quick burst.
Like a burst. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Like a burst. So the world's longest burp record, burp record, has been beaten after more than a decade. This record has stood. The previous record was 109.9 decibels by a guy from the UK, which was broken in 2009. Now a guy from Australia just beat it with an insanely loud burp of 112.4 decibels. Here is the world record burp.
112.4.
Hold on. See, I need friends like that.
Who cheer up?
Right? Yes.
Wow.
112.4.
It's like he just won the championship.
Bro, like we should all be. I know you heard the headline, the world's loudest burp, and you're like, oh God. Yeah, but listen, this is really a story of friendship because this is a guy, okay, that got people that were close enough to him to stand by his side. Well, I'm sure he practiced.
Of course.
Okay?
Guys, listen to this.
You don't get to that level without encouragement and support and love from a good group of people in your life. Nobody wins any championship without that stuff. And you listen to his friends after they say this number.
112.4.
We did it, guys.
See? It's a story. It's a story of friendship. Okay.
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Hello, Misty. How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Ask Roz and Mocha portion of the podcast. What's your question for the room?
Okay. So when you guys are in the shower and you have a stuffy or runny nose, you either blow into your hand and rinse it, step out of the shower to get a tissue, or just kind of tough it out until your shower's done.
What's your answer, Misty?
So like my instinct was to reach up and just like grab my nose, and I was like, well, that seems kind of gross. But if I get out and get a tissue, I get my floor all wet. So I kind of moved my roll of toilet paper over next to my shower and ended up getting a tissue because I was like, can I blow into my hand? Is that weird?
But the problem with stepping out of the shower to get like a tissue, you then have to dry your hands. You also have to dry a little bit of your face, at least your nose, because as soon as your wet hand touches that tissue, the tissue gets wet, doesn't do its job when you blow into the tissue and it gets all clumpy.
Well, exactly. That was my struggle. And it like sticks to your nose and you got to peel it off.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
blow into your
you
hands
just blow.
and then rinse.
But why are you blowing into your hands? Why are you not just blowing it towards the floor?
No, I can't do that.
Sometimes it gets stuck in your chest hair.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem.
True. I blow it into my hands and then I run the water over my hands and then whatever hits the ground, I push down the drain with my big toe.
Interesting.
Yeah. I will also blow directly into my hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then just let it rinse.
Yeah, I love
my
that
hand.
feeling because when I'm in the shower, I feel like I can give it a really good blow.
Oh, yeah.
Like I can go full on, and sometimes it's like hitting my wrists and like all this stuff, right?
Oh, wow. No.
I am A-okay with that. I love it. I actually love blowing my nose into my hands into the shower.
I lean forward and spray it into the drain below.
Like, what do you mean? You lean forward and then
Because
like
you said get caught in your chest
do a
hair.
farmer blow where you clap with one nostril and you.
I go like this and go.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah,
One nostril,
farmer
one
blow.
nostril at a time.
But I lean forward so it doesn't get land on me.
Yeah, no, see, I don't get a good blow that way. I have to like get my hands right up on there because what I do when I blow, right, is I will
put my hands on it, and just slightly close the holes.
Really?
Right? And then so I slightly close the holes, and then I move my hands back and forth, and I just like release more. I allow more air to come out, and that's how I get the good blow, right? I can't just do a like that. It doesn't work for me.
It always impresses me when you see it's always old people that do it
Oh,
really well.
and they're
Old
perfect
guys,
at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Oh, I
they
find that nasty.
They like close up one nostril
Yeah.
and just like onto
Boom.
the street.
Yeah.
And it like comes out perfect. Like
it's
no
efficient.
splatter.
I
It doesn't
know.
get on their lips. Nothing like that.
I've seen that.
is
It's the most vile thing to watch.
It is efficient though. Like they are very efficient with
So
that.
there you go, Misty.
That's a skill fathers don't teach their sons anymore, huh?
How to efficiently blow your nose.
Yeah,
without
it's like have you taught
tissue or napkin or anything like
Cruz
that?
how to spit yet? Like hork?
No, not
no.
yet.
Yeah,
No,
you will. Because I remember I taught Roxy, right? Because she was like spitting, and it was like she would just like lean over, and it would just like run off her bottom lip. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. A dad's got to teach their kid how to hork, right? And we worked on it. Right? It's
Really?
like skipping a rock. Like two things. Like there's going to be a point in time where you got to teach your kid how to skip a rock, and there's going to be a point in time where you're going to teach your kid how to hork.
Cruz and I did the rock skipping
Yeah.
over the summertime.
Horking is next.
All right, there you
Yeah.
go, Misty.
Thank you so much, guys.
Did that help? Like, are you going to change your tactic or anything, or you'll still deal with the wet tissue?
I don't know. It's a very intense technique you guys use, but I might just stick with the tissue.
Oh, you should
messy
try.
to me.
Try with your hands, like in the
The
shower.
hand or the rocket launch like Maury does?
No. Try with your hands and see
The
how you
hand.
feel afterwards.
There's
yeah.
an invention waiting to happen
Are
here.
you,
Waterproof Kleenex.
Are you single?
Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
you are. Okay. So here's my thing. I could walk in on Catherine. If I walked into the bathroom and I saw through the glass Catherine in the shower, if I saw her blowing her nose into her hands and just rinsing it off, I would be fine with that. I don't know what I would think if I saw in the shower Catherine bent over with one thumb over a nostril and just shooting boogers down onto her feet. Like that's
How often
hard.
do you walk in on her in the shower?
Whenever, I don't know, if I have to go in the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's allowed.
What do you mean?
What do you mean allowed?
No, but there's got to be a rule. You don't walk in, you might scare them.
Oh, no. Catherine will be in the tub and just sitting there floating nude, and I'll just come down and lean in the doorway and have a full
Tub's different than
conversation with
shower.
her.
Tub's different than shower.
Wait, has Damnit Matthew ever walked in while you're taking a shower, or no? Or do you
Oh,
lock
I
the door?
lock the door.
Lock the
You
door.
lock the door
Wow.
at home?
In your own home.
Because I don't want him walking in and seeing me, like, scrubbing things.
Scrubbing? Like, what's wrong with that? It's called cleaning.
Oh, no, but if I'm, like, scrubbing my behind, it's not attractive. And I already am,
How do you
like,
scrub your
my
behind?
points are
How
already going
ugly
down.
can it be?
Oh, because I
What do
lean
you
forward
do?
and spread
Like,
the
do you
cheeks.
do you use your heel? Like you like
No,
like, you know what I mean? Like do you pull your leg up and like use your like the scruffy the hard part of your heel to get in
No,
there?
I push my butt up and spread the cheeks on the water flow through.
Yeah, but that's normal.
But it can't look good.
Do you ever walk in on Damnit Matthew when he's in the shower, or does he like also lock the door?
No, I walk in when he's in the bath all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like on his knees, like
on his knees?
yeah,
Don't
scrubbing
finish-
his behind.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say don't finish that sentence.
On his knees. Who kneels in the bathtub?
Matthew does.
Why?
So he
Don't
can get a
answer
good
that.
scrub.
That's super weird, dude.
Yeah. Hey, Misty, love you lots. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Love you so much. Bye.
Wow,
Bye.
wow.
Dallas says here, what's your favorite Christmas song of all time? And can Shem sing it? I feel like that was just a question to see if
Then
Shem
let's
could
get
just
him-
sing a song.
Then let's get him to sing Mariah Carey, All I Want from Christmas Is You.
What is your favorite Christmas song? Do you have one, Shem?
I'm kind of a traditionalist. I'd probably say Nat King Cole's.
Chestnuts.
Chestnuts roasting on open fire. I love that record. I also love Boney M's Mary's Boy Child.
Really?
Yeah, I
really
like
do.
Boney M too. I like that.
love
Like if
that
I'm going
song.
straight up Christmas, I enjoyed that Boney M album. I grew up on that Boney M album. I think though that my favorite Christmas song, like, should you enjoy listening to a Christmas song when it's not around the holidays? You know
why
what
not?
I mean? You know what I mean?
I think that you can because it just brings the happy memories back.
Right. Okay.
Right? It makes you feel good. Like
So-
there's no Christmas song that doesn't make you feel good.
Because I think I have 2 or 3 Christmas songs that are sort of like in my iTunes playlist, and every now and then they pop up. One is 2,000 Miles by the Pretenders.
Love that one.
The other one is Fairy Tale in New York by the Pogues.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one?
No, but
Yes,
I like
you
the
do.
I like the other
Yes,
one
you
you
do.
mentioned.
Yes, you do. You know that song. Hold on here. I'm going to try and play.
Also, listening to Christmas music in the summer is normal. They call it Christmas in July.
You can make anything up and say that more. People often eat macaroni and cheese for breakfast. It's called mac and cheese for breakfast. Jesus. Hold on here. Can you turn my computer for one quick second, Mocha? So I'm not going to play a lot because I don't want to get busted. You know this song.
Never heard it.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know the song.
Just wait. You wait till it kicks in. You'll know it. You've heard it a million times. It's been in so many movies. You know that song?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow. Yeah, it's the Pogues. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
But the other one you mentioned, the Miles one, that's fantastic. I love that one.
I like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Classic joint.
Driving Home for Christmas is one of my favorites, especially when it comes on whilst I'm driving home for Christmas.
Oh, I also like this. Hold on
Which
here.
is by Chris Rea.
Turn my computer for a second. Is this it? Oh, this one you hear. This was in a commercial for something. Maybe The Gap or something like that. Or like Old Navy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there, this one.
Yeah, it's for The Gap.
Yeah. They play this in malls
Yes.
like all the time.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
This is mine?
This is The Waitresses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I like that one.
Shem, you writing all these down? You have to
I
sing them
do
all.
I'll tell you, I like Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Oh,
Now, but,
absolutely.
It's a great track.
I love that one, but I'm telling you, if the Driving Home for Christmas came out, I like that one more. Don't Tell My Husband.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other okay, let's go classics here, right? Okay, so does anybody like Little Drummer Boy?
Oh, Bring Cosby and David Bowie.
Bring Crosby? Bring Cosby?
Isn't it Bring?
Bring Cosby.
Bring Cosby.
No, Bing Crosby.
Bing.
Yes.
Wow.
Bring?
Wow. okay,
Bring,
yeah.
bring Cosby is what the judge said.
It's called mac and cheese for breakfast.
Shem, that's the one. Pum-pum-pum-pum.
I love that record.
Okay, classic. So I don't Little Drummer Boy.
Oh, it's beginning to look a lot.
I like this one too.
Christmas.
Thank you.
How about Jingle Bell Rock?
Jingle bell,
Yes.
jingle bell,
Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah.
What about I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa?
Yeah.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that record too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good.
Okay.
What about what's the Sleigh Bells Ring?
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
A beautiful sight.
Which one is this? Oh yeah.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
What's the alternative to walking around in women's underwear? You ever heard that one?
Oh, hey now. Nope.
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 Nope. That's new to me.
Yeah, brand new.
It's called mac and cheese for breakfast, guys. Okay. Stefani wants to know if I'm ever going to finish The Office. Yes, I will. One of my favorite shows in the entire world. Still have not watched the
I don't think you should.
final season, and I still don't even know what happened. I've been able all this time
Yeah.
to stay away from anything that's related to the last season. I have no idea how it ended. At some point, I will get to watching the last season.
Yeah, I don't. I think that it would be
Because you and Roxy watched.
Because we
recently,
did.
right?
We just finished it too. Because I didn't see it when it was originally on those last couple of seasons. I had bailed at the same time. We bailed together, you and I. I think that you are better served with your memories and love for The Office that you have without finishing it.
Really?
Having seen the end of it,
Yeah.
I don't think you need to finish it.
No?
No.
All right.
I
No.
never watched the last episode of Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the last episode.
Silicone is like caulking. Silicon is, yeah.
I thought it was that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No problem, man.
I thought they called it Silicon Valley.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
they
Because they what? They grew what?
No, but they say the name like throughout the
I thought
show.
it's because like they manufacture things.
Okay.
No, but they don't though. Like you watch the show, you know what it's about.
Yeah, the internet.
Tech.
Yeah.
and like apps and developing software.
But I
and
didn't
coding
know
and
that
stuff.
silicon and silicone were two different things.
Right.
So what did you think they were doing?
No, I just thought it was called Silicon Valley because perhaps that's where caulking was invented way back.
But they've never mentioned caulking.
Okay, so silicone is like a man-made rubber sort of like cock, right? Shut up.
Maury, grow up.
Okay. Silicon is like a natural chemical.
Okay.
Right? Two different things.
Okay, well, now I know.
Okay, one is silicone. Silicon is a... No. Silicon is a...
Man-made thing.
No, silicon is
silicon is a natural ingredient.
Okay. Silicone is... No. Man-made...
Substance.
Right. Okay, there we go.
Catherine says here, I need to know. Need in all caps, by the way. I need to know. It has been bugging me every time it rains. Does Damnit Maurie know how to use his windshield wipers properly yet?
So I haven't driven in a car with Maury in a very, very, very long time.
I cry every day.
And when I used to drive with Maury, it used to drive me crazy because Maury would never just put his windshield wipers on, right? So it could be pouring rain. And Maury would go, he would put his hand on the thing, flick it all the way forward so the wipers went, choom, 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 and then he would turn it all the way off.
Wow.
Right? And then we would drive, and then the windshield would fill up with water again, and he would push it all the way forward so it would go choom, choom, and then he would turn it all the way off again. Like he manually controlled the window, like the windshield wipers, instead of just putting it on like a low speed or a medium speed or a high speed. He never once just put the wipers on and left them on.
Uh-huh. Is it because you don't know how to use
Oh, no, I totally
wipers?
do. But for some reason, I like to have control of the wipers.
Wow, super weird.
Yeah, it's super
I still
weird.
do that. I don't know
so
why.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Catherine also adds here, I guess part 2 to the question.
Yeah.
And Roz,
oh no,
whatever happened to that club for older people who can't handle clubs anymore but still want to party before 9 p.m.?
Like I said, I came up with the idea, but I don't want to be any sort of investor in that. This was years ago that we talked about this, years and years ago, where I still was craving that kind of club experience, but I don't want to go out late, right? And I said that just like they do in some theaters or dinner restaurants where you have an early seating and a later seating, right? I was like, if I could go to a club between 6 and 9, but not like a watered down version of the club, like if I could go to a club and still get that incredible club experience, but just between 6 and 9, I would go. And then you could say, guys, 9 o'clock, time to go, because we got to let the hardcores in at 9:30. I'd go to coat check, get my coat, get in a cab, go home. Right?
Hardcores in at 9:30.
So still like dance floor.
I don't know. Okay, sorry.
No.
Okay.
So like dance
The
floor,
hardcore
weirdo
is
lighting, thumpity thump music, everything.
after
the
work,
confetti,
yeah.
fog machine, all that stuff.
Because and also even for people who did sort of like even not even the like we can leave the hardcores that go out and party at 9. Right?
9. You're at home getting ready or waking up to get ready at that time.
Okay. But I imagine this, though. Like, even if you were sort of like you still into going out until 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, I would love to have a place where you could leave work. And let's say you just have a terrible day at work, like nothing went right. Your boss is yelling, you're worried about losing your job. Your girlfriend didn't call. Nobody's texting you back, everything else. If you could just leave work at 6 and walk into a club where there was like a dance floor and people and just immediately go into that environment and dance it out. Like, I think that would be highly beneficial for people.
Similar to how in Vegas they have day clubs. But the day clubs in Vegas, they're all like pool atmosphere.
Not like that at all.
You don't want that.
No, I want inside dark.
Right.
Right? Like, make it nighttime. Make it feel like it's midnight. I just want it after work. Right?
You know how tired you'd be when you leave, though?
I could still hit no frills on the
Are
way
there
home.
change rooms where you could get out of your suit?
Change rooms? Stop.
What are you talking
This is why
about?
you're not invited,
No,
Maury.
because if you go right from work, maybe you have to get into your club clothes.
No, Maury's the guy that walks into a club looking for a change room.
Yeah.
Right? Not that kind of club,
Sorry,
Holmes.
you are not welcome to club early.
Yeah, thank you. Club early. Is that what you called
it? Brittany says here, has anyone noticed that Mocha adds the letter T to the word else? It sounds like he's always saying else.
Else?
You know what?
Yeah.
I think I do that.
Else. What else?
And I've just never noticed. So
What
thank you
else?
for pointing that out, Brittany. I'll be self-conscious about that now for the rest of my life.
What else? Yeah, maybe you do. I've
Does
never
everybody
noticed
do
that
it?
before.
What else?
No.
What else?
What
Yeah,
else?
I
Yeah,
say
you
it.
do.
I had the
You do.
letter T.
What else?
What else? Anything else?
Huh.
Yeah.
That's like when I realized, and I had heard it my whole life, but ever since I realized that now it's all I hear, which are the great number of people in this population who don't use the R in forward.
Huh?
When people say looking forward.
Forward. Say it again, Maury.
Forward.
Forward.
Yeah, you don't.
Forward.
Forward.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Forward.
Forward.
Or how you say onion.
Yeah. No, but forward. People don't put the R in forward.
Forward. I look forward to it. Oh, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Wow.
I look forward to it.
But I
Right?
want to forward this email
Sure.
to look forward.
Hey, forward that to me.
Yeah.
Forward. Forward that to me. Hey, forward that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Actually, I go back and forth.
I think you go back and forth. Shem?
The second R, but not the first R.
There's
in
more than one
forward.
R?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
There's more than one
Oh,
R.
yes.
Yes, more.
No, that's exactly what I do. I use the
Forward.
second art.
Yeah. People say forward.
Yo, forward that to
people,
me. Forward. Forward.
Drive forward.
Forward.
people say
Go
I am
forward, not
so
back. Oh, yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yes.
Right? And they
Wow.
don't use the first R.
I
And now
wonder
it's
what
all I hear,
other-
like in movies, everything. The amount of people
What
that
do you
don't
do?
use the first R. I mean, I use the first R, but you
Say
know,
it.
forward.
Oh, interesting.
It's not really that interesting. I mean,
It's like when people say February.
February.
The word is February,
No
but
one
everyone says
says
February.
No one says February.
I hear people saying February.
Really?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
I've tried to say it the proper
Yeah.
way, and I feel like it stands out
Yeah.
way more when you, as someone who always says February,
Right.
It's really stands out when you emphasize the letter R, February.
Does anyone say Wednesday?
It's like when I watch the news, I still hear people on the news say nuclear
Nuclear.
instead of nuclear,
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Oh, yeah.
right?
But just naturally, when people speak, I guess that's how they
But
say
that's a
it.
different spelling of a word.
Nuclear.
Like nuclear isn't a word.
Nuclear. What's the word?
Nuclear.
Nuclear. Nuclear.
Like nuclear,
Nuclear.
right?
Nuclear. Oh, yeah. But it feels way
Bro,
more comfortable
people, and
to say
again,
nuclear.
people in movies say nuclear.
But everybody knows what that person's
Right,
saying.
but it is
because
so
we all say
wrong.
it. But because we all say it that way.
Yeah, but it's so wrong.
Nuclear. Nuclear. Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Yeah.
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 That way feels way more comfortable.
Yeah, but it's not right though.
I was
Yeah.
watching Friends and I heard Jennifer Aniston say presentation and it drove me nuts.
Does it? Yeah,
Because that's not how you say it.
That's oftentimes an American thing though, right?
I was not happy.
Do you say process or process?
Process.
Right. Do you say Mazda or Mazda?
Mazda.
Right. See, in the States, it's Mazda.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody
and
says
they also
nobody
say,
says Mazda.
They say niche instead of niche.
Yes. Yeah. Anything with an accent, like when you watch HGTV, they don't say foyer. They say foyer.
Oh, and on
Yeah.
HGTV, they don't say HVAC. They say the whole HVAC system.
Right.
I'm like, you just wasted like an extra minute.
Oh yeah, all that weight more.
Do they really?
Look at Maury pointing at people wasting their time.
Every week you'll find us on Instagram at Kiss925 is where we post a picture that reads Ask Roz Mocha. This is where we get the questions from. And at the end of every episode, we go through your questions and give you some answers. So thank you for listening. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.